ループのルーザーズです。同じく、ウルブズが、ウィナーズ
決まる試合ってとこですね。
そうです。ちょうどその1試合目っていうChoAiこちらになってます。アマチュアの
復活を期待したいですよね。
そうですね、勢いをやばりChoAiのチームメンバーです。ITZY のこのロゴかわいいです。今年がここで終われていきますかね。3名が持つ形になっています。
WBG Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Arms Factory. He's already making his way towards Xawm, who is the Embalmer. Embalmer already threw down his coffin. Next outside of Shack is making his way towards Wall's corner, a very good kiting area. Unless you're gonna vault, the hunter will know, he'll get the alert, and he'll be throwing down peepers and positioning his clones near the pallets and windows. So it does look like Xawm will be trying to buy some time here at this pallet. Hunter will be walking right through already to the second pallet. Did throw down a clone, already had the red bomb and the black bomb onto the survivor. It does look like he's just going to be sticking around this area. Will be getting the first hit and going to be transitioning to the first window to vault. Has another window to work with, another peeper thrown down to slow down this survivor's movement speed, and he can also set up clones. So it looks like he has another clone set up, has another red ball and a black ball, and he needs to transition out of this area because it looks like the hunter is predicting his every move, is able to throw down that pallet without getting the white ball quite yet, was able to make that window vault, is going to stick around here, maintaining distance away from this hunter. Hunter already has first presence, another peeper in this area, and sight down by the clone. This is the first down for the side of ITZY Hunt survivors, and it does look like he has a good coffin to work with. Hunter is going to be cheering him right next to his coffin, so they may go for the rescue, and he may need to transition to factory and then go down there to utilize his coffin. It does look like he will not be using it quite yet because there's a survivor here that can just come for the save. It will be Clover, who is the puppeteer, can tank up a lot of hits with his puppets, so it will most likely be a safe rescue without having to go down beforehand. Has got the first injury on the survivor without his puppet form, is able to get the save before half with Ty Turner. Will be getting the snipe down onto Clover and going back to Xawm, who is trying to make his way towards the walls. Will be sniped out. He will have to use his coffin this time because he will be going back to the manor if he doesn't. So it looks like he's going to try and transition into factory. The complete opposite side of his coffin. Hunter will be approaching the survivor. Oh, he dropped down to basement. Wonderful job on the side of Clover, trying to buy more time while on the ground. And it does look like the hunter will be bringing him towards the water tank chair. Will be chairing in here, and he will be resurrecting nearby. Oh, we're going to throw down a peeper next to the puppeteer that also fell. And the hunter will be going towards the coffin, and he's going to be resurrecting anytime soon. Is able to resurrect. He does have that bubble to work with. He can transition into Shack. He has a window and a pallet to work with. Hunter is body blocking with his wonderful snipe and getting it down on the Embalmer right away. Embalmer trying to utilize his flywheel to get more distance away from the puppeteer, and it does look like the puppeteer was able to get up, and Hunter will be cheering this survivor for the third and final time. We see that Dahai has one in order, had one in order, but Hunter is not going to pay attention to that survivor at all. He's going towards Fox, who is the Gravekeeper, already went into his shovel. It does look like he plans on chasing him for now. He can take up a lot of hits while in his shovel form and has been utilized to counter Hullabaloo quite a lot, and is able to get him out of his shovel. Is going to get the red ball and the white ball on the survivor, playing a few mind games here at the pallet. He's going to be getting the hit onto the survivor, and he's trying to make distance. He's going to be able to get that window vault, and is going to get that slow vault and sniping him down right away. However, Cypher machines are looking pretty good. We have 4 Cypher machines completed. The 5th Cypher machine at 42%. Hunter will be cheering the survivor towards the middle, trying to stay away from Antiquarian, who was close by. Is going to be dropping down this survivor, throwing down a peeper, and going towards the last Cypher machine at 56%. Clover is currently working on it. He is at half health, but he can utilize his puppets, so looks like the hunter will use a clone to find the location or the general direction of the survivor. Utilizing another clone, is going to throw down a peeper here, so now he does see the puppeteer, is able to get the black ball on him while vaulting that window. Going to play some mind games. Hunter going to jump right through and over these walls. Clover going to transition out back towards the Cypher machine, towards the outside of the walls. Hunter is following him on foot and is in his puppet form. is able to make a free vault. Oh, Terror Shock and will be going down for the second time, but he wasn't ever chaired. Hunter's going to be changing targets. He did throw down another peeper there. Is looking for Dahai, who is the anti-Korean, possibly waiting to harass if the hunter does end up chairing the survivor, but it does look like he'll be chasing the anti-Korean away and coming back to the puppeteer, and it does look like he plans on chairing the survivor. A new fifth cipher machine has been started. It's at 39-40%, and Dahai is making her way towards the chair, is going to be able to stun this hunter and get that vault to the chair. The last cipher machine, the new one that's been started, is at 55%, is able to get the save, but Tide Turner before half is able to snipe him right away. Dahai needs to make sure not to go down here. These cipher machines are not primed, so this could be a possible 4-man elimination if she goes down. But then it looks like Clover is making his way. No, just kidding. And it looks like the hunter is trying to down the survivor, needs to avoid the black area, is able to snipe her down. Cyber machines are not quite primed. It's at 90%. Survivors do not have borrowed time, so it looks like he's just going to have to pop the cipher machines when he feels is ready. He is going to go ahead and pop the cipher machines. Clover cannot get up. Clover, however, does have self-heal, but Hunter is closing in onto the survivor. Still has peepers and is able to find Clover, so will be able to chair him. But if he's going to go for the slugging method, he may not choose to chair the survivor, and it does look like the hunter just plans on chairing the survivor. The execute is open. Hunter changing to teleport. 99%. It's open. He's just trying to make his way to the, oh my goodness, in his shuffle start, 8 up ahead, and he is able to get that escape, and that's a 1 escape on the side of ITZY survivors.
こちらがただいま攻めると思うんですけど、監視者の方にも追いやりつつ、ラウンド1から久しく見て、右下にハンターピック、右下裏向き
ITZY Hunter going against WBG survivors. It is going to be Bloody Queen on Arms Factory, a very rare occurrence, but it looks like she'll be going towards Persica, who is the professor, is going to use up her mirror right away, and is able to snipe her in the very early minutes, seconds of the game. Most likely as shocked as everyone else that this hunter has chosen this specific, oh my goodness, sniping her right away, and that is your first down. Incredibly fast, within 30 seconds of the game. We'll be bringing her to the chair for the first time. Cypher machines incredibly low at 35, 29, and 34%. Hunter will be setting up the mirror next to ChoAi, who is the, oh my goodness, first officer sniping him out right away. Got the damage, and he's going closer to the chair. It looks like Gyoker is making her way towards this chair, getting ready for that save. It is the anti-Quarian, and the hunter has just used the mirror, so it is still on cooldown. It is going to be avoiding the hit, will be taking the hit, and will be able to get the save for half with Tide Turner. Hunter making her way right back to this. Hunter was able to outstun this Bloody Queen and transition around, got the mirror back up, is gonna flywheel and avoid the mirror. We do see that the anti-Quarian is still here for support. Hunter is pushing the hunter further away, but Hunter hasn't lost track of Persica quite yet, is able to snipe her down at that window, and will be going down for the second time. We do see one cipher machine is looking like it's going to be finishing very soon. The second cipher machine at 36 and the third cipher machine at 35, because we did see the hunter did snipe out ChoAi, who is the first officer, was getting healed, so that did buy quite a lot of time. Looks like Gyoker, who is the anti-Quarian, does have wanted order, was able to get the heal off onto this anti-Quarian. The first officer is utilizing his watch to get the save on this survivor with utilizing his watch and the slowing down ability, will be able to snipe him and get the hit, and is able to, wonderful utilization of the scales. Persica is alive for now and making her way towards this pallet, and will be going towards the survivor. Mirror is back up, and she's kind of caught here, and will be going down for the third and final time. Things are looking incredibly good for this Hunter BaiLu. Wonderful pick. I think this caught everyone off guard in the first half. WBG Hunter was able to get the 3-man elimination. Bloody Queen is known for being a tie hunter, so We'll see if she can get that 3-man elimination. But seeing this incredible early elimination for the first survivor, this is starting to look very good for the side of this ITZY Hunter. Is making her way towards Huey, who is the first officer, still has one pocket watch left to utilize. Is not going to be going towards that survivor because he already left his cipher machine. Is going to be going towards Gyoker, who is the antiquarian. No, he's going to stick around. Looks like she's going towards Juan, who is the female dancer, has a slow box and was able to avoid that mirror with this spin. Hunter is going to change her mirror angle, was able to avoid it, throwing down another slow box. Is going to switch with her mirror. Is really and avoiding the hit once again. Blink misses the blink. There was a slow box that might have helped the survivor. It's going to throw down her third and final slow box on this area of 3. Hunter will be breaking that music box so that the survivor can't use the spin ability, but was able to avoid yet another mirror. And it does look like the female dancer is making up for that lost time in the beginning. Is able to make it to this pallet. Hunter is not able to snipe down this Hunter. The mirror runs out, but she does get the hit onto this female dancer for the first time. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 35 and the 5th cipher machine at 22%. We do see that the Hunter has sort of lost track of this female dancer, but is able to find her once again. Another mirror is up. She's trying to dodge it, is unable to do it because flywheel is enough. She doesn't have any of her music boxes, so she will be going down for the first time. Hunter Chang, this survivor near water tank. Huey is in the area, gonna get ready for a save. Still has that pocket watch to utilize. Hunter is going to already find this survivor, but he's staying safely hidden behind the walls. Mirror is still on cooldown at 3 seconds, and it does look like he was able to keep doing the mind games at this where, oh my goodness, is going to be taking the hit and will be able to get the save before half. No type runners are left. Oh, we'll be able to snipe the female dancer right away and will be bringing her to the chair for the second time. However, it does look like the 4th cipher machine is going to be completed. The 5th cipher machine, however, lacks quite a lot of progress. Huey is at half health, can possibly go for this save, but it does look like they're going to be changing and swapping. Gyoker is going to be coming in for the save. Huey's going to be trying to climb up that cipher machine, is able to stun the Hunter. Wonderful utilization of her stick, trying to make her way towards the chair. Oh, the Hunter's body blocking. Oh my goodness, she needs to throw down this pallet. Oh, she's going to flip right through this Hunter and make it to the chair, but needs to be careful here. Hunter is back up and able to snipe down this female dancer once again, is able to cheer her for the we have the harassment of the antiquarian, making it hard for her to Hunter changing targets to Huey and making sure that cipher machine is not primed. Can't pick up the survivor quite yet. The antiquarian has a little bit of stick left. Hunter is doing a very good job keeping the survivor away. Is going to be picking her up and will be able to free this female dancer. Body blocking for her. Is able to get the body block for this female dancer. Female dancer has made it to the pallet. Cyber machines are being primed. Blink, she misses her blink yet. And we see, we see that she will still be going down. Wonderful utilization of flywheel on the side of the female dancer, but the antiquarian is, oh my goodness, I think she's out. But it doesn't matter because she doesn't have borrowed time. It's so far a 2-man elimination. They have to get the 2-man escape in order to win round 1. But the Hunter is bringing the survivor to the water tank where Goku was trying to open up that exit gate. Hunter is going to wait around in the middle. Does not look like she has noticed the antiquarian working on that exit gate once again. Hunter's going to use up her mirror. It does look like she has found her and will be sniping her out. Huey is opening up the opposite exit gate at Shack. Hunter is going to go for more. Not going to go for more. Is going to switch with her mirror and pick up Goker and secure the tie for the side of ITZY. Will be bringing her to the chair at the middle. Huey has opened up that exit gate.
開門していきました。WBG ここで1、2ゲ達成することはできた。ただバイルとしてもここは3人やっぱりもう序盤では本当に厳しかった
絶望的なところからちょっとチャンスが出てきたねのとこまでは第1ラウンド女王墓封鎖入るし
ハンター池持ってきています。
ITZY Hunter going against WBG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Ever Sleeping Town, making his way towards the middle. He will be running into Huey, who is the first officer, most likely not the first chase. It does look like he's going to second story middle. We will be running into Huan, who is the priestess. She does have portals to utilize, so she can go back and forth between the buildings, but it looks like she's going to make her way towards Graveyard, and she will be able to get that vault, but she did have a black ball land on her as she's transitioning. He's going to utilize her first portal to leave Graveyard for now and rotate back in through the window. Hunter is just following, waiting for his clones to be back up. Is going to utilize the second portal, is waiting for the car, and will be getting on the tram. It looks like the Hunter won't be going on the tram with her, but he will be waiting for her at the next stop. We'll be running into Goer, who is the fire investigator. Hunter will be setting up a clone, most likely where Huan gets off of this tram. Tram has finally landed at the next stop, is waiting for her with a clone, is going to get the first hit onto the survivor. She is going towards the edge of the map. No areas where she could put up portals, will be taking the survivor down for the first time. However, she can always utilize her portal for the rebound. Kai will be cheering here outside a nearby fake gate. It does look like the Hunter will be also breaking these pallets, making sure that the survivor can't have a rebound kite. Looks like Hui is coming in for the save. It is the first officer, and we see that Goger, who is the fire investigator, has wanted order, so the Hunter knows where that survivor is. He's decoding in middle. We have one cipher machine has been completed, the second cipher machine at 55, the third cipher machine at 50, the fourth cipher machine at 33%. Hunter is going to be placing a clone next to the fire investigator's cipher machine, trying to get the white ball on the survivor, and it looks like he is coming in for the save after half. Since he was going all the way around, it did take quite a long time. Is going to utilize his pocket watch right away and will be making his way towards the chair. Hunter is trying to land some balls onto the survivor. Was able to get the save with Tide Turner utilizing his watch. The Hunter is unable to land another ball onto the survivor. Hunter has to concentrate back onto this priestess. Looks like she doubled back and he's being very careful and will be breaking this portal. Have to utilize warp to close the distance once again, and will be running into the priestess. Will be able to down her right away. She did have a portal, one more portal to utilize, but she will not be able to use it. Will be cheering her for the final time since she was saved after half. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 39%. Hunter already making his way towards Gurker, who is no, it doesn't look like he's going towards the survivor. He's going towards Huey, who is the first officer. Still has one pocket watch to utilize, but all 3 survivors are at full health, and it does look like the Hunter is going to go more towards Huey, who is the first officer. Is going to throw a clone nearby, unable to land a single color bomb. Will be able to land the color bomb now. Will be able to get all color bombs. I was looking at the wrong survivor profile, and is able to get another additional black ball on the survivor. Still has a little bit of pocket watch to utilize. Hunter is closing in. Oh, disabling his ability and downing the survivor for the first time. We do see the 5th cipher machine has begun, and it does look like the Hunter will be bringing him to the chair near Gokur's cipher machine, and it looks like Gokur's trying to block this area off with the was able to go around and avoid the fire investigator's ball, and is able to chair the survivor. Is going to be cleaning up the areas. Only has one more ball to work with for the fire investigator. Is trying to snipe him out with a clone, and it doesn't look like he will be approaching the chair quite yet. We do see that Persica is finishing up that 4th cipher machine. They'll be coming in for the save right before half, getting ready to utilize his ball. Is able to throw down that ball and dash to the chair. Is able to get that save before half, and the Hunter is trying to get a double down situation, unable to do so. He is concentrating on Huey and is able to down him for the 2nd time, landing him back onto the chair. It doesn't look like he was able to land any damage onto this fire investigator, and fire investigator is going to finish up that a different cipher machine, I believe, and we will see another survivor coming in for the save. It does seem to be like it will be Persica. It is the cheerleader utilizing her motivation for faster movement speed to make it towards the chair. Is able to get the damage onto the survivor. She needs to get the save before she was able to get the save. Is able to use flywheel to avoid the black ball. Is doing a very good job avoiding that one area in the color wheel. Hunter does not want to lose track of Huey enemy, so it does look like he will have to leave this cheerleader and go for this first officer, downing him immediately, and will be cheering him for the third and final time. We see 2 additional Cypher machines are being started on as the last Cypher machine hunter is making his way towards Persica, who is the cheerleader, since she is the survivor that is half injured, so it will be much faster down. Hunter is looking for the blood trails, has seen the blood trails. Oh my goodness, terror striking, teleporting to the Cypher machine of Gokor, who is the fire investigator, was not able to quite spot him out yet. Oh, we'll be able to see him now. Was waiting very patiently on the second floor, making his way towards the graveyard. Persica does have self-heal left, and the hunter will be following and trying to down this survivor for the first time, but he is still at full health, so he will be able to buy a lot of time. Persica has healed up and gotten back up, is trying to climb up that 68%. Cypher machine is able to land the first injury onto the fire investigator. Fire investigator doing a very good job playing around on these pallets, is able to avoid the hit, needs to avoid the red and black area, is able to do so, is making its way towards back inside of the one's getting the red ball onto him, needs to avoid the black area, being very patient here, utilizing, able to get that ball, but he was sniped and will be going down for the first time. The Cypher machines have been pumped because none of the Cyphers none of the survivors have borrowed time, so it looks like they're trying to get that one-man escape. We see a teleport is still on cooldown at 29 seconds. Hunter will be jumping over this building and going closer to the survivor. Persica has opened up that exit gate at 80%. It does look like it will be open, but will the hunter be able to get there faster? He is using his dash, but the exit gate is open, and that's a one-man escape for the side of WBG survivors.
いやファンプのサイ
ブラックもないフラバルだったけども間に合っちゃったんで、
はい、
発射まあ数字も
祭司だったらできます。
はね、ハンター側による
WBG Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town, making his way towards VIII. There aren't any survivors in that area, but he will eventually run into one. It doesn't look like he's seen anyone next to that Cypher machine. Making his way towards middle, we do see the blood trails of a survivor just leaving that area. Hunter going to the second story middle area, gonna go back towards Clover. Clover is the gardener, so it does look like he will be chasing the survivor first, since he doesn't want to waste too much time looking for a different survivor. Clover is going towards the corner house. It does look like there's a survivor decoying there. Hunter will be setting up a cage, running into the survivor. However, she still has that bubble, will be taking a hit with the bubble and breaking the cage, making her way to the pallets, being very patient here. A few mind games. Ooh, will be getting the hit, but it's only a 25% hit since she wasn't inside of the cage. Will be making her way towards the second floor. Fox is also in this area, but it is the wildling, so he doesn't seem too concerned. He will be taking the hit instead, and will be getting on his board and trying to leave this area while the hunter Alex continues to go after Clover, trying to get more damage on this survivor. It's gonna be setting a cage so that she will not be able to break it outside of the area, meaning she has to go all the way around. Hunter waiting till the bubble is out and will be getting the second 25% hit onto this survivor. He still needs to down her with 2 25% hits or with a cage. Basic math. Yes, it looks like he's made it up the stairs, but she's already jumped down, and she is making her way back to the pallet. The pallets still have not been used. Hunter is finally going to utilize Page, wonderful flywheel, avoiding the hit. Oh, we got a look at the link, okay, and will be downing the survivor. However, she does have a coffin ready. Where is this coffin? Depending on the whereabouts of that coffin, it does look like they will be utilizing it right away, so she can get up around the graveyard, and it looks like the survivors have already left that area, so most likely going to utilize the coffin right away. And it doesn't look like they were going to utilize the coffin right away. We do see the hunter is going to clean up some world portals here, and they did get the backdoor save while the hunter was away. It was by the wildling with Tide Turner. It does look like the hunter is going to set up another cage and get the hit immediately. We do see the wildling was also inside of the cage trying to break the cage, but it doesn't look like he was able to break it in time, and he is going to be on his board and leaving this area to make sure that he doesn't get any injuries so that he can possibly come for a second rescue. But it does look like she will be going down here next to the exit gate. Hunter will be bringing her to the middle chair as closest to the middle because he doesn't know where the coffin is and he doesn't want to walk too far away. He doesn't want to utilize too many cages to get to that coffin. Will be cheering. They will have to utilize this coffin this time. Yes, it does look like they will be utilizing it. 5 seconds before she gets resurrected. Hunter is not going to be setting up a cage quite yet. Is just making his way by walking there. Has finally resurrected and is caged inside of the graveyard. Is attempting to break the cage. Hunter making a double cage, swinging and being very patient at this pallet here and is able to avoid getting any injury. However, the cage is still up, so it doesn't look like she will be able to escape for now. The cage has now gone down. Hunter making a much smaller cage, trying to down the survivor. She's trying to break the cage and is able to break the cage. Hunter setting up another cage right away. The bubble is gone, but she was able to go through the walls, is able to avoid the Hunter, but eventually will be running into this Hunter. However, this was an incredibly long kite because 4 Cypher Machines will be completed. The last Cypher Machine at 39% and an additional Cypher Machine at 9%. And this is only her, actually this is her last chair, never mind. And it does look like Hunter will be looking for a different target. We see a world portal with Dahai, and it does look like that is the priestess going towards a different area that isn't quite shown on the screen quite yet. Hunter will be setting up a cage, backing into it to get into the survivor. Is going to utilize the world portal and avoid this Hunter immediately. Wonderful job on the side of the priestess, and it does look like the Hunter is going to look for a different survivor. Is going to be running into Dahai if he continues in that trajectory. Looks like he's going to be running into Fox next because they do want to finish up that Cypher Machine that has quite a lot of progress. It does look like he was able to get on his board right away. They are starting an additional Cypher Machine at 41%. That is inside of Graveyard by Xian, who is the Embalmer. Hunter is getting ready to set up a cage. Wasn't able to cage the survivor in. Will have to be breaking a cage and making a new one, trying to lock him inside of this teeny itty bitty cage. But yes, does have one pallet to work with. Will be utilizing this pallet. Hunter will be breaking it, doing a very good job, buying so much time. Is able to make it to the other side, and the cage is gone. So this is looking very good for the side of the survivors. Will be finally taking the hit, and the Cypher Machines are prime. Cypher Machines have been popped. The Embalmer does not have borrowed time, so he's still at half health, but that's okay because the Hunter has detention, so it would have been in the same case even if he was at full health. Wonderful flywheel avoiding the hit, but he's kind of caught out here in the corner and will be hit with the 25% damage, but he does have detention, so it's actually 50% damage. The exit gates are being opened. This looks like a 2-man escape for the side of ITZY survivors. Hunter will be able to chair this Embalmer, and the last survivor has just left.
だったりっていうのはすごい有効的でした。整えました。見ていきましょう。どうぞ。
ハリンとかも苦しかったですかね。
仲直りありません。
WG Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be ITZY on Chinatown, making her way towards Clover and Fox. Does look like the ghost will be running into Fox here. Was hiding behind that tree. Will be infecting the survivor and will be teleporting to him right away. But yet did utilize his pocket watch. So for now, it does look like the Hunter is going after this first officer, but she can change targets at any time as soon as she infects a different survivor. It does look like he will continuously be chased for the time being. The ghost is now going after the female dancer. Here they have a slow box and a fast box in this area, and it looks like she will be infecting this female dancer. The main body is staying on this first officer, trying to get the scare into this first officer. Will be keeping the it does look like she's definitely going to come in on this first officer. Is also recalling the ghost and having the first officer chased by this ghost as well. Does have an 8-second cooldown on his pocket watch before he can utilize it again. Is able to get the hit. No extra scares, so no extra corruptions on the side of this survivor. He's making his way to the second floor. The ghost is trying to catch up. The cooldown on Fox for the infection is now gone, so she's free to infect the survivor as soon as he drops down from the second floor. Will be infecting the professor who was decoding in this area next to Hotel. Looks like the main body, however, is still closely behind Fox. Fox is now going to utilize his second pocket watch. The reason sometimes hunters go after the rescuers is because they know they have Tide Turner, so that way they'll essentially make Tide Turner useless and they have one less kiting trait. So that is one of the reasons we do see a lot of the hunters going after rescuers in the beginning of the game, and in this case Fox also does have Tide Turner, so he won't be able to utilize it. His pocket watch is now running out. The hunter is closing in and will be able to get him through the window, downing him for the first time. However, Cypher Machines are looking incredibly good. We're going to infect the Professor once again. It looks like we have 3 Cypher machines that will be completed very shortly. The 4th Cypher machine at 16 and the 5th Cypher machine at 14%. Hunter will be infecting Fox once again, and we'll be scouting out the area with the Ghost, trying to get more infections onto survivors to deter that Cypher progress. The main body is sticking around. Clover is making his way towards the survivor on the chair. It is the airplanist. He does have Ty Turner, and he has a lot of jetpacks to work with. We'll be getting that scare onto the survivor. He is going to be trying to dismantle that. We'll be taking the free hit and getting the save with Ty Turner. Fox making his way away from this Hunter, but the Hunter went around the pallet, making him throwing down that pallet not as effective. We'll be teleporting to the tablet, trying to get more infection onto that survivor. Has 93% corruption, and will be getting the hit. He has a little bit of Ty Turner left, but he will be eventually going down and going to the chair for the 2nd time. See that Cypher machines are progressing quite well. 3 Cypher machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher machine at 59 and the 5th Cypher machine at 53%. It does look like the Ghost is being sent towards Clover, who is the airplanist. Did go for that save, is going to be infecting the airplanist, but recalling the Ghost to the chair. We do see the female dancer is making her way to... Oh, Hunter is just going to go ahead and teleport to the airplanist. Oh, okay, we see the Ghost is still guarding the chair, and it does look like she will be infecting the female dancer. Female dancer throwing down a slow music box. Hunter is going to teleport soon, and it does look like she will be able to teleport as soon as he gets saved. Gets the corruption and down onto the 1st officer immediately. Wonderful strategy on the side of this Ivy. Is going to place the 1st officer on the chair for the 3rd and final time, and he will be returning to the Manor. Hunter now setting her next target on Dahai, who is the female dancer, is going to go right past her and go towards back to Clover, but that Cypher machine is at 91%. It is going to be primed very soon. 96% will be teleporting right away. It is going to get a flywheel to avoid that area. Is going to utilize his jetpacks. We're going to have another survivor come in and finish that Cypher machine while the airplanist leaves that area. The Ghost is still guarding the Cypher machine. The main body is going after the airplanist. The Cypher machine is at 98%. Airplanist does not have borrowed time, so if he does go down, ooh, we're going to get a blink here and take down the airplanist right away. Cypher machine is at 99%, so it's not sure if someone's going to be coming in for the save. The only survivor that did have borrowed time was the 1st officer, I believe, so it doesn't look like anybody has borrowed time, so getting that save will be, he will have to be very careful. Is going to be waiting around here at the chair. Hunter not gonna infect anybody, and it looks like he's trying to body block by utilizing his scales. Was able to make that fault, but he will get the hit, and the Cypher machines are popped. The survivor cannot get up because he does not have borrowed time. The Ghost will be sent towards Xian, who is the professor. Was able to make that pallet vault. Hunter will be going back to the airplanist and chairing this airplanist for the 2nd time. Survivors are unable to touch the exit gates at this moment because they are afraid of the back and forth of the Ivy, who puts a lot of pressure on the exit gates, and she does have detention. It looks like the Hunter will be sending the Ghost and infecting the professor. Hasn't quite teleported to him since the airplanist still was saved before half and still has more time on the chair. Is sending the Ghost towards Dahai. The exit gate is open and Dahai is able to escape. She's going to be waiting around a little. Will be infecting the female dancer. We just need to make sure that the professor makes it out of the gate. Hunter has teleported to the red building. He is not here. Teleporting right back towards hotel. Teleporting to the airplanist. The professor is making his way towards the exit gate that has been opened, I believe. Is it open? Yes, it is open. So it does look like that's going to be a 2-man escape for the side of ITZY survivors.
さあこちらただいまの試合のデータ。
オンライン3人だけれども、解読が当倍以上の3人が残されてるわけでね。
通電後も強い。
西の監視がチェイス伸ばして、
また新しい。
ITZY Hunter going against WBG survivors. It will be Ivy on Chinatown. So the win conditions for the side of WBG. In order to win, they have to get a 4-man escape. However, if they get a 3-man escape, they will be able to tie and go to round 4. So the pressure is on the side of WBG survivors. And if you look at the persona traits for all of the survivors, every single survivor has flywheel and borrowed time. Oh, we'll be killing the bot right away. So the pressure is on the survivors. It's an all or nothing. They have to be incredibly aggressive, and they have to at least get a 3-man escape just to tie and go to round 4. And we'll see how well they do. It does look like the Hunter will be going after Persica first. course, it is the mechanic. She did utilize the bot in the beginning of the match to body block and take the damage for this survivor. She's making her way towards tunnel, and the ghost is following close behind. We do see another tablet here, so she's going to get a lot of corruption, getting the 100% corruption on this survivor. Will be getting the additional scare and then hitting the survivor so that she can keep that. Oh my goodness, already 91% corruption. She does still have a bot to utilize, so she can drop that in order to body block anytime. Hunter will be infecting the Weeping Clown as she's going after this mechanic. Mechanic is making her way towards the corner here. Mini Bridge is able to get the flywheel, but the Hunter was patient and will be able to hit her right away. The bot was there trying to body block for the survivor, but she was able to hit the main body. We see the forward is here to harass. And it does look like the Hunter will be picking up this survivor. Oh, was able to get the stun, but downing the mechanic right away. Hunter does have blink available. That it might not be useful for her, especially against the forward. Oh, will be utilizing the blink to keep the damage on the forward right away. And it does look like she's still a little cautious in picking up this survivor, but she will be picking her up at this time because there's a tablet and it gives a lot of corruption to the survivor. She can also use Scare to try and stop the Cypher from the forward from getting the stun. It does look like the forward is getting healed up. We see the bot is decoding one of the Cypher machines. One Cypher machine has been completed. The second Cypher machine at 83%. The third Cypher machine at 63. The fourth Cypher machine at 17. Hunter is going to get rid of that bot. We got a backdoor save, and it looks like the Hunter will be going back towards the mechanic. After the Hunter hits the mechanic spot and downs the mechanic, she does get an alert on where the mechanic is. It looks like the Weeping Clown did utilize his rocket to get a lot of distance away from the Hunter, and so she is able to transition all the way to the exit gate, and the ghost is slowly catching up. She's trying to make her way to the hotel, but the Hunter is closing in. She does have a window here to utilize. Hunter will be going all the way around, and we can see that the cooldown for the infection is also gone, so she can infect and teleport to the survivor whenever she would like. Gets 100% corruption and is able to down her for the second time. 2 Cypher machines have been completed, the third one at 88%, almost complete. The fifth one, the fourth one at 17%, the fifth one at 14% and 13%. It does look like she'll be bringing the survivor to the tunnel chair. COAI is in this area, will be the embalmer. He does have a coffin already available. Looks like the forward is also coming in for the save, and all 3 survivors are here. Remember, the side of the WBG survivors is they have to get a 3-man escape the least in order to tie and make it to round 4. So that's why the survivors are all here trying to get the save and ensure that this will be getting the stun with the rocket of the Weeping Clown body blocking for the survivor. She's going to be teleporting to the tablet, teleporting right back, and it does look like she is going to be sending her ghost towards Persica is leaving this area since there are a lot of tablets and a lot of corruption areas that she wants to avoid. But we do see the Weeping Clown is constantly supporting. He does still have 1 rocket available to use, and she has made her way all the way to the mini bridge. Was able to get the stun with the rocket once again, and the mechanic is making her way to the second floor. Has infected the mechanic and was able to get the 100% corruption and will be able to down the survivor. Weeping Clown does not have any more rockets, so he can't really harass. However, if we do see the forward is here in this area, is able to get the stun, and they are forcing this heal, but the Cypher machines are nowhere close to being ready. All missed his forward stun and is able to bring this mechanic to the chair for the final time. And now all 3 survivors have to get out in order to tie this round, so there's a little less pressure on the side of this Ivy because she does have detention available for endgame. The last Cypher machine at 77%. The ghost is at the last Cypher machine going to be teleporting next to the embalmer. Embalmer needs to try and kite this out and not go down. Is able to get the 100% corruption, but he is still at full health, so he will just be eating that hit for now. And he does still have the coffin to utilize. The ghost will be staying by this prime Cypher machine. Another Cypher machine is currently being worked on, and the main body is going after Xawm at this time, who is the Weeping Clown. A little mind games back and forth here at the window. We see Gilker is making his way towards that last Cypher machine at 77%, and it doesn't look like the ghost is allowing him to touch this Cypher machine. Will be breaking that pallet with the main body. waiting around this pallet is going to use flywheel to try and avoid getting too much corruption on the survivor. Is going to be going and infecting Huey, who is the embalmer. A lot of multitasking going back and forth. The main body going after the forward. The ghost is looking for a survivor to infect. We do see Goker and Huey is the two survivors that have an infection. The hunter hasn't found. Huan is going to be able to get the hit onto the forward. He still has a little football to work with, so he can either use it to stun or escape from the hunter's reach. It does look like Huan was able to pick up a magician's magic stick, and it looks like the ghost is near the embalmer. Hasn't been able to infect him quite yet because the cooldown is still on the survivor, and the main body is guarding the tunnel cipher machine. It looks like she's going to be infecting the embalmer once again and will be teleporting to him right away. He has 54%. Oh, will be catching up and downing him right away. However, the coffin is available, isn't going to use it quite yet. The ghost is now going towards Goker, the main body going towards the weeping clown. It looks like the hunter will be infecting. The forward will be utilizing his football to get out of the area of corruption and not increase with the teleport effect of the IV, and will be going for the forward for now. However, all three last cipher machines have quite a lot of progress. They just need to buy enough time for each other, and it does look like the forward is going to be running into the hunter and will be going down. And the embalmer was, however, able to utilize self-heal, so he no longer has self-heal, but he is up and running once again. Huan is... Oh, we have the 99% cipher machine, so cipher machines are now primed. They just need to come for the save and pop the cipher machine at the same time. Hunter is going to be cutting off Huey while he's making his way towards that cipher machine. We do see the weeping clown is going for that save, and the main body is near the weeping clown. The ghost is near the embalmer. Everyone's being checked. Hunter knows exactly what's going on. She is in full control of the situation. Will be infecting the embalmer. Oh my goodness, teleporting to the embalmer so he can't pop that cipher machine. They did get a backdoor save on the forward. Will be bringing the embalmer to the chair for the first time. Now they have to prime up a different cipher machine because she will be chairing him. I guess it's not that close, but the basement is in this area. Suddenly things are looking incredibly good for the ITZY hunter BaiLu, and it looks like the survivors... Oh, well, he does have a coffin to utilize. It does look like the weeping clown is making his way towards the basement. Maybe the coffin realization would have been better if it is somewhere around the map. The ghost is going towards the forward, who is in hotel, and it looks like the hunter is being very patient. Is going to be teleporting to the forward and will be downing him once again, cheering him for the second time. Another backdoor save by the weeping clown. The back and forth is slowly dwindling all the survivors' resources. Is going to be cheering the forward inside of the hotel. We do see Huan is still at full health, but Huey is injured. Is going to... Oh, he didn't place his coffin, or is going to replace his coffin next to the dungeon, so that if he does go down and the survivors leave, he may possibly get that dungeon escape. Is going to be taking the hit and will be able to get the save off onto the forward. However, cipher machines have now been popped, and it looks like this is the end game for the side of the survivors, with 3 survivors available against a not an opera singer, a Ivy with detention. Hunter is now going for the forward because the forward will be returning to the matter. Was going to blink and get the... Oh my goodness, downing this forward, and this ensures the victory for the side of ITZY, since forward is at his last chair. The exit gates are open, but the forward will be returning to the manor, and that's a possible 2-man escape. We'll see if the hunter can... Oh, the hunter has teleported to the survivor, but they are able to escape, and that's a 2-man escape for the side of WBG. However, ITZY is the winner of this matchup. Congratulations.
アイビーの強いところがしっかり後半だったり、そして WBG も下して、MVP ですね。
MVP ですね。やっぱ第2ラウンドフラバル
ホームは ACT です。そしてビジターチームが GG ということで、さあそして ACT そして GG です。はい。変わりなくといったところですね。
そうですね。GG は変わらない。アップして骨董賞もどっち見ればいいか。
GG Hunter going against ACT Survivors. It will be Goatman on Chinatown. Looks like he's going to be running into 11, getting ready to set up a cage right away. 11 is the first officer. It looks like he has borrowed time and tide turner, so does not have a kiting build at all. But he does have a watch to utilize. Will be taking the 25% hit here because he hasn't set up a cage quite yet. Will be getting ready to set up a cage anytime now. It looks like he'll finally be able to cage in this survivor. He is able to utilize his pocket watch and will be throwing down a peeper here to help with deterring that cipher from being progress and also slowing down the survivor's movement speed. Is able to continuously hide away from this hunter by utilizing his pocket watch. Is staying at quite a distance away, getting ready to set up his next cage. Will be able to set that up as soon as his pocket watch expires. Is going to be doing some mind games here at the pallet. Is going to be very patient here, and will be hitting that hit and get the 75% damage so far. Just needs to get a 25%, meaning he can still hit him out of the cage and was still able to down the survivor, but was able to utilize his pocket watch just before the hunter approached him. Being very patient here, waiting around at that pallet. The cage is gone, however, that doesn't matter since he'll still go down to a 25% hit, and he is slowly running out of pocket watch. So the hunter is continuously going back and forth. He's getting ready to set up another cage as soon as this expires. And very soon will be caging him outside of the corner and making him, forcing him into that little crevice, and will be finally downing the survivor for the first time. It looks like 2 cipher machines have been completed. The 3rd cipher machine at 87%, the 4th cipher machine at 1%. However, the basement is inside a hotel, and it does look like this hunter plans on dragging the survivor all the way down here. So it looks like he will be able to chair the survivor in the basement. Antiquarian does have wanted order. Hunter will be throwing down a peeper next to that cipher machine. And it looks like the hunter will be making his way back up. He knows XY is here because she does have wanted order and she is the antiquarian. Will be throwing down another peeper in case she approaches for the save. Go is now here for the save. It is the puppeteer. He has tide turner, so it is the most ideal survivor to come for the save. The other survivors, however, do not have tide turner, so it does look like he plans on saving after half since he's not even approaching these stairs. Hunter is going to set up a cage, getting grid, trying to get rid of the antiquarian. Go tries to make the backdoor save while the hunter changes targets for a very short while. Is going to be keeping the survivor inside of the cage. Not going to be keeping this survivor in the cage because antiquarian could be coming for the save. So the hunter has to keep 2 survivors away from this chair. It looks like he's going to be expiring very soon. The survivors, if they do want to come in for the save, they need to come now, but it doesn't look like the survivors planning on saving this first officer at all. They are abandoning that cipher machine. Hunter's now going for this puppeteer. He is going to drop down. No survivors around. XY never approach this hunter survivor. Hunter will now be going for this antiquarian. He has peepers and she can do quite a lot of damage with her stun, so we'll see how well this Goatman maneuvers around the sticks. Was able to get the double stun. Oh, changed to excitement and will be hitting this antiquarian right away. And this will be the first damage. However, 4 cipher machines have been completed. The 5th cipher machine at 51. They're starting a new cipher machine at 9% since that is 51% is the cipher machine that the antiquarian was working on. Wonderful stun on the side of the antiquarian, breaking the cage. And the hunter is still at disarm. Now he'll be able to utilize his ability. Is going to be able to flip through that little rubble window and is doing a very good job keeping distance. Another wonderful stun by the antiquarian. She has 1 itty bitty stick left, so that means she can still stun the hunter one last time. Doing a very good job mind gaming around these 2 areas in the rubbles, but they will crumble if she vaults them way too much. So she has to be careful here, utilizing her last stick, and it will be the end for her if she gets caged and down. Hunter is going to do a little back and forth and is able to down this survivor. The last cipher machine is being primed up at 80%. The puppeteer is in this area. He does have tide turner. Hunter is going to be bringing this survivor to the basement once again since she did die very close. We see that the hunter was being very patient, waiting for the puppeteer to drop down and was able to struggle free. The cipher machines popped, and it looks like this is the end game with 3 survivors. Flywheel avoiding the hunter's hit. Hunter is going to be leaving this area and going towards go instead because he doesn't want to allow them to open up this exit gate. Looks like he was able to cage in this survivor. However, he is in this puppet form. Hunter is being very careful. Is going to be taking that hit and will be going down for the first time.
興奮に変えてるんで逆ゲートを守る術はありませんからあとはコントロールが出れるかどうか次第ですね。
恨みの力は90あります。
See if XY will be able to make it to the exit gate in time. And the hunter, it doesn't seem like he's afraid that XY will be going for that backdoor escape because he doesn't get tinnitus and she has made it to the exit gate and this is a two-man escape on the side of ACT survivors.
かったですからね。
骨董賞のタイムも良かったですよね。
でハンターが来たのに対して右旋式で回答ということで、どっちですかね。まあチェイスますね。
さあ止めます。
ACT Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Chinatown. It looks like he's going to be going towards 18 and TX. 18 is the explorer, so a very ideal chase for the side of the hunter, and TX, who is the puppeteer, not the most ideal chase. It looks like 18's already made his way around to the side towards tunnel, and the puppeteer is making his way to the second story of Hotel Bridge, and the hunter has decided to choose to chase TX. He is the puppeteer, he has borrowed time and tide turner, so that means he doesn't have a kiting bill. However, if he utilizes his puppet wells, he can kite for quite some time, but it does look like the hunter will be chasing his puppeteer first. Will be able to get the red ball and the white ball on him. He needs to avoid the black ball. Was able to avoid it with the puppet, but it's going to be getting another hit and is able to damage him already at 50%. It looks like the puppeteer is trying to do a very good job dodging the red area. Is back in his puppet form. Hunter is closing in on him and is able to avoid this red zone for now. Being very patient here at the pallet. The clone has been set up, avoiding the clone and is able to take him down for the first time. And it looks like he will be cheering him inside of hotel cipher machines at 67%, 57%, 19%, and 3%. And she will be doing a little bit cleaning up here, getting rid of the pallets, so the survivors can't get any speed boosts. We do see that the priestess has wanted order, and so the hunter is aware she is waiting right outside of hotel, ready to make a portal towards the chair, and is going to be doing so. Has the red and black ball on her right away as she approaches the chair. Is going to be getting the hit and will be able to get the save before halfway tide turn. Hunter is back on TX and is able to snipe him down right away. And it does look like this isn't a double down situation, so that is working in favor of the survivors. We do see one cipher machine has been completed, and the hunter is just waiting for tide turner to run out on this puppeteer, trying to die as far away from hotel as possible. Looks like hunter will be cheering him here near the exit gate at lanterns. And this is the second chair for the puppeteer. COA's already making his way towards the puppeteer's chair. It is the gravekeeper. He's going to go inside of his shovel and eat the hits before approaching the chair because he still has some time. Hunter is able to land the red and white ball on the survivor. He needs to avoid the black area. Is not able to do so and has been forced out of his shovel. Will also get an additional hit. Trying to get the save before he needs to get this. He needs to avoid the red area, but he was able to get the save with tide turner right before he expires. Is able to get the down onto the gravekeeper. So this is looking like a double down situation. The puppeteer also has tide turner, so it means he can't utilize his ability at this time. And he's just waiting and doing some mind games at the pallet hunters, waiting for his abilities. He's going to jump over and set up a clone down in this puppeteer right away. The survivors, as long as the gravekeeper died a little further away from the puppeteer, this should be okay, even though it is a double down situation. We see the priestess is making a lot of portals throughout the area. Hunter is going to teleport to that cipher machine that the priestess was just at, and it looks like she will be utilizing the portals she made earlier on, and the hunter is closing this incredibly quickly by just going right through those portals and is able to down PPJ right away, and this will be her first chair. And we do see that 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 66 and the last cipher machine at 17, but the explorer does have a 61% page, so technically there are 4 cipher machines that should be completed. But it doesn't happen if he won't be able to actually use the progress on the cipher machine. So it looks like the hunter is on number 18, is doing a very good job He needs to utilize the pages before he goes down or try to get the save onto. Oh, there was a backdoor save, and ChoAi was able to save the priestess. 18 buying a lot of time for the survivors. He's gonna flywheel, but unable to do so. We'll be getting down, and for the first time with that 61% page is not looking good. We do see that whichever survivor comes for the save will be able to pick up those pages, and the only problem is there's nobody with tight turner, so if the hunter can just down that survivor relatively quickly, it will not be a problem, and both survivors are half health, so this is looking incredibly dangerous for the side of the survivors who's going to be coming in for this save, and who looks like ChoAi is going to be going inside of the shovel and approaching the chair. Hunter is landing the red ball on the survivor so far. He's waiting patiently and trying to avoid the color wheel, and is doing a good job so far. Hunter running into the priestess while he was going after this. Oh my goodness, they're both in the same side. Is going to be able to pop that cipher machine.
墓森のダウンの上でつけましたが、最後も残り赤でのダウンとなる。さあここでの最後墓森ダウン防御。
It's a 4-man elimination on the side of ITZY Hunter.
すごいですねあれはね。
いやよく救助したなっていうシーン。
ITZY Hunter going against GG survivors. It will be Ivy on Moonlit River Park. It looks like she's sending her ghost towards the second story, which will be running into TX, who is the embalmer. He's already placed his coffin down. Hunter will be teleporting right away inside of the second story building. Embalmer already making his way out and towards the pallets. And it looks like the hunter will just be committing to the survivor and will not be sending our ghost off to a different survivor, infecting them and trying to delay the cipher progress. Instead, she will just be continuously going after this embalmer. We'll be breaking all the pallets here. Once all the pallets are gone, he's going to transition into the walls area here where there are even more pallets, and we'll just be throwing down every single pallet until he gets hit. And yeah, it looks like the hunter is going to finally send his ghost towards the embalmer. It has gotten 82% corruption. It's slowly building up as he continuously looks back at the hunter. Is at 100%. Will be able to get the first hit onto this survivor. And it doesn't look like he plans on it. Oh, he can infect him because he's still on cooldown. And it doesn't look like she plans on going after PPJA, who is the antiquarian also in the area. The ghost is not being recalled for now, and it looks like TX will be going down to a blink right away, and it looks like it will be the first chair for the side of this embalmer. He can utilize his coffin because it's all the way back at second story, but he may choose to go to the opposite side of the map, and there are also two survivors in the area, so they can come for the save. May want to save that. We see that Guardian was trying to break the chair there, but wasn't able to do so and will be chaired. He will be utilizing his coffin right away. Hunter, we're going to teleport to the tablet he made in the beginning and was going to meet the embalmer as soon as he is resurrected. Will be able to transition outside of the building, but trying to make it to the pallet, hasn't been able to make it to the pallet, and will be taking a hit and going down for the second time. It does look like he's trying to transition away towards the opposite side of the map, and then the hunter will be also infecting 18 as well. And it looks like she'll be picking up TX once again and chairing him somewhere in the bridge chair. The ghost is going towards PPJA, and it looks like she just plans on infecting the survivors that are working on these cipher machines. We have 3 cipher machines have been completed, the 4th cipher machine at 12% and the 5th cipher machine at 1%. ChoAi is now making his way towards the chair, will be taking the hit, does have a perfume, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to utilize it. Will be getting the save off on it's before he got expired. It is his second chair, and with Tide Turner, so now that buys the survivors a little more time to finish up these cipher machines. Will be staying alive so far between these two cipher pallets, and is transitioning back inside of second story. PPJA is waiting outside of second story at walls, maybe coming in for the harassment, but it doesn't look very likely. He does have one coffin to work with. Will be going to the second floor and will be going down for the third and final time if he is chaired and PPJA does not harass, which does look like will be the case because he is very busy decoding that cipher machine. The ghost is now leaving and looking for a different target while the main body is chairing this embalmer. We do see 2 Cypher machines with quite a lot of progress. The infection onto 18 and will be teleporting to this Gardener, getting that 100% corruption and getting the hit on the Gardener right away. It does look like COA8 is being targeted next. That's where the Ghost is hitting. The main body is still going towards 18. And it does look like the Hunter will be committing onto this Gardener for now. Has infected COA8. The first officer will be teleporting to COA8 instead. COA8 is also at half health, so not a bad survivor to chase. However, he does have that Pocket Watch still to utilize. So he's gonna blink, but was not able. Oh, she was able to snipe him out. He will be going down very soon. He did have that his watch ability to keep him alive for like a little bit longer, but not for long. He will be going back onto the chair for the first time, and the Ghost is being sent towards the survivors. We see that 18 is at half health. Pifija is making her way to the chair, but is at full health, so a higher possibility to make this save. Also just have the sticks to stun this Hunter and try to get the save. It does look like she is able to make it to the chair and is able to get the save, and is going to also be stunning this Hunter. We see that 4 Cypher machines have been completed. The fifth Cypher machine at 85%, so it's looking like he'll be primed real soon. Hunter is going to be sending the Ghost towards 18 and trying to stop that Cypher from being primed. We'll be breaking this pallet since it is near the exit gate, so it's not an area that the Hunter wants survivors to utilize in case she teleports to the exit gate at the end game. It looks like she will be teleporting to that pallet, running into Pipija, and Pipija utilizing the stick for faster movement speed. She is also at half health, so they are all in danger for going down. Oh, Cypher machines are primed. They will be popped, and Pipija will be able to get back up because she does have bar time. Actually, all 3 survivors have bar time, so it looks like 2 survivors are at full health. Pipija is at half health, and the Hunter has detention, so it doesn't matter. Hunter will be teleporting to COA8, who is the first officer. The Ghost is being sent towards let's see. It looks like it is the first stop. Hunter will be running into COA8 and will be able to take him down immediately. Meanwhile, the 4th stop exit gate is being opened up by the Gardener. He's going to be carrying him towards the middle around 2nd stop. Pipija is in this area, and the Hunter is the Hunter is going for Pipija. The Ghost is going towards the exit gate. The survivor is not at the exit gate. The Gardener has opened up the exit gate, and now the Pipija needs to look for the dungeon, but will not be able to do so because the Hunter will be able to down the survivor, and that's a one-man escape on the side of GG survivors.
ACT ここでの3釣り成し遂げていきます。
これは素晴らしいですね。GAG も素晴らしい、ちゃんと1万のオペラに引き分け取れ、アイビーの連動次第ではありだと思うんですけども、まあほぼないんですけどね。
GG Hunter going against ACT survivors. It will be Opera Singer on Moonlight River Park. She's already making her way towards the 2nd story. She will be running into XY. XY has already made his way to the 2nd floor window and is waiting there. It is going to be the Acrobat. The Hunter is not going to go to the 2nd floor and is going to be waiting outside towards the walls. Is now going towards the 1st stop. There aren't any survivors in this direction. Not sure what's going on. Is going to be returning to a remnant inside of the 2nd story. Is going to finally be making her way up the stairs. XY being very patient will now be jumping down that window. Hunter will have to follow right behind him. He is getting ready to utilize his bombs. He has his red ball in his hand for now and is getting ready to utilize it to transition into the pallets. Hunter is closing in on it, is able to make it to this pallet. Hunter will be running into that red ball and will have to be forced out of her shadow form for the time being, doing a lot of back and forth here, and will be getting the first hit onto this survivor, but will be going on the roller coaster, and we'll see if the survivors did press 2nd stop, allowing him to go all the way to 3rd stop. Zen is working on that Cypher bridge. He may have possibly pressed the button for the survivors, and it does look like it was pressed, so the Hunter has to follow the survivors all the way to 3rd stop. Hunter will be running into Zen, who is the coordinator. It doesn't look like the Hunter plans on chasing a different survivor. He does want to down this Acrobat because he is at half health. Acrobat has made it all the way to 4th stop. So completely opposite side of the map. Hunter will be trying to close in on the survivor, doing a very good job, keeping a very good distance away from this Hunter. Is holding on to his bomb, getting ready to utilize it as soon as the Hunter closes in. and is able to blink a flywheel and avoid the hit. But he was on the wrong side of the pallet and he will be going down for the first time. However, he has bought so much time for his teammates. The first Cypher Machine at 93, second Cypher Machine at 91, the third Cypher Machine at 77. Hunter will be breaking these pallets and making sure to clean up this area. It does look like Gogo will be coming in for the save. It is the fire investigator, maybe not. It might be Zen that will be coming in for the save. It is the coordinator. She does have gun to utilize, and she also does have Tide Turner. Hunter will be going back to 11 is on the way here, has made it to the chair and got the save with Tide Turner before half, and it looks like the Hunter is back on XY. XY will be just taking that hit out in the open here. Not much he could have done. He does have balls to utilize, but it doesn't look like he will be utilizing it. Maybe utilize it for his second save. Will be dying in this far corner. Hunter will be getting full presence with that hit. We have 3 Cypher Machines have been completed. The 4th Cypher Machine at 29% and the 5th Cypher Machine at 15%. We do see Hunter is bringing him towards 11 Cypher Machine. 11 will be getting on his board right away. It's a second burst, so he still has a lot of time on his board. Will be getting off his board, realizing that the Hunter isn't on him quite yet, but it looks like the Hunter decided to go towards the Wildling. Wildling was not able to make that window vault. There was a backdoor save, however, and the coordinator was able to get the save onto the Acrobat. He's going to utilize her gun right away so that XY can get away, and buying him so much more time to get a lot of distance, but it is our Singer, so she can close that distance. Will be throwing down the pallet here. Double pallets have been thrown down near this triple pallet walls. Hunter will be breaking that middle wall as XY is getting ready to utilize his bomb, is able to get the black bomb on this Hunter and able to throw down that. Hunter has returned to a point that's incredibly far away from the survivor, so it looks like XY has made even more space between them and is going to utilize yet another ball to transition towards Gogo. Gogo is going to get his fire investigator ball ready to block off this area. Hunter will have to break it right away. 4 Cypher Machines have been completed. The last Cypher Machine is 62%. Hunter has not been able to find the Acrobat quite yet. Acrobat's already made his way to the second floor. Hunter is going to teleport to the last Cypher Machine at 77%. Will be taking the hit and will be leaving this area forward now. We see the Wildling is on his board because he's at half health. It looks like Zen will be having to take this next kite. And a new Cypher Machine is being worked on at 15%. It looks like Hunter is going to commit on this coordinator for now, which isn't too much of an issue for the side of the survivors because these survivors haven't been on the chair at all. It is going to get the charge attack and down the coordinator for the first time. The last Cypher Machine is being worked on and it's progressing quite well. It's already at 62%. She's been on the chair for the first time. The Wildling has his board in order to approach the chair, and the Wildling is one of the survivors that have borrowed time, so he can go for the save and they could pop the Cypher Machine. Hunter is now going towards Gogo and XY and their prime Cypher Machine. They're just going to go ahead and prime that Cypher Machine and pop it, and the Hunter will be going after these 2 survivers. It does look like the Hunter will be going for this fire investigator first. Was able to make that pallet vault, is getting ready to utilize his ball. Wonderful job. Hunter is not able to break the ball on the first try and is able to transition inside of the platform of first stop, and they're kind of be kiting together, which is not the best thing for the survivors. However, they were able to get that backdoor save, and the 2 survivors are on the opposite side of the map, almost guaranteeing to open up that exit gate, and it looks like the Hunter will be cheering this fire investigator for the first time. These 2 survivors on the 4th stop still haven't touched the exit gate and is not moving. Okay, now they have started opening up the exit gate. Hunter is going to teleport to the exit gate, is going to find 11 nearby, will be downing 11 right away. The coordinator has already left, is not anywhere near 4th stop. Hunter will be cheering this Wildling for the first time. Another backdoor save on the fire investigator, and they will be heading towards that exit gate, trying to open it up. Hunter is on the opposite side. We see that coordinator has not left this area and is waiting around, feeding tinnitus to this Hunter, allowing the survivors to make it to the exit gate. Is being opened up at 35%. Hunter is not leaving. The coordinator, who's being very patient here with the pallet. The hunter has... Oh my goodness, she will just be going down and unable to save the wildling off of the chair. She does have detention, so that would have been a very challenging rescue. It does look like they will be taking that two-man escape, and... Oh, right, so ACT did win round 1, now they win round 2, and so ACT just win, and we don't even have to go to round 3. Congratulations.
この試合ありがとうございます。さあ GG に対してストレート相当 MVP も獲得して
中国本土地区のこの第5次化競技シーンの発展もやっぱり
プロと比べて練習時間っていうのもちょっとやっぱ取りづらいとは思う、新キャラクターここまで完璧に操りきれてる。
そうですね。次の板まで遠すぎたら何もない。
対してハンターはアスレチック。
Yeah, Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Lakeside Village. He's already going towards the middle. It does look like he'll be running into Fox, who is the Gravekeeper. It's a very ideal chase for the side of the survivors, but not an ideal chase for the side of this hunter. Is going to be throwing down that pallet, so when he's in a shuffle state, he can hide beneath the pallets. It looks like the hunter will be chasing this Gravekeeper for the first survivor. Is going to be breaking these pallets so that he can't keep going underneath and trying to stay away from this hunter, but he has thrown down yet another pallet, so hunter will be breaking this pallet as well, buying a lot of time for the side of this Gravekeeper. He is going to go behind this area here, but the pallets here aren't dropped, so it does look like he will be eating the hit and will be forced out of this shovel. However, he will be getting the white ball and making the fault, gotten the red ball. Is careful of the black area, is able to avoid it for now, and is waiting around at the pallet, being very patient. Hunter is waiting for his clothes to be ready, and it looks like this is just going to be a very long mind game, doing a very good job waiting for the cooldowns. Oh, was able to get that hit onto this survivor, and will be able to down him immediately. Wonderful job on the side of this Hullabaloo. Incredibly scary seeing how quickly the momentum just builds up, especially for this hunter. Will be cheering him here at shores near Xian's Cypher machine. We do see Xian is the embalmer. It does look like he's going to be going for the very quick save right away, not waiting, and because it can be very dangerous if you wait too long and the balls land onto the survivor, so he is going to be able to save him with the tide turner effect. He's just going to utilize this time to transition away. We also do see the embalmer has gotten the coffin on this Gravekeeper, so that way they don't have to go for the rescue one more time. They will just be able to resurrect him. It looks like he's going to place the coffin on Big Boat, so it's a better area for the Gravekeeper to kite. He does still have one shovel left, so he can still utilize that and drop down to the first floor and other ways to utilize his shovel. Hunter will be going for the coffin that is placed on the second floor of the big boat. Hunter is going to jump right to the second floor and will be meeting the Gravekeeper as he gets up. Gravekeeper is going to get that vault immediately, already has the black ball and the white ball, and he's just resurrected from the coffin. So looking very dangerous for the side of this survivor, but getting that vault, he was able to get into a shovel state, so he was able to utilize that shovel and eat the hit. Was able to buy a little more time. You see that 2 Cypher machines have been completed. The 3rd Cypher machine at 68, the 4th Cypher machine at 46, the 5th Cypher machine at 25%. This is the last chair for Fox, and he will be returning to the Manor. Hunter going to change to teleport and will be teleporting to Clover Cypher machine. It is the Puppeteer. He has already gotten the white ball on him so far, is doing a very good job avoiding the hits, is in his puppet form. He's gotten the red ball. Needs to avoid the blue, black side of the color palette. Was able to do a very good job, is staying on the left side of the hunter, is going to be in his puppet form and will be eating that hit, but he's already gotten the black ball and the white ball on this survivor. Keeping in the red zone, was unable to get into the puppet form, but is able to get into the puppet form, doing a very good job, eating so many hits, but will be going down here. 3 Cypher machines, however, have been completed within this time, and the 4th Cypher machine at 68, the 5th Cypher machine at 52, and the additional Cypher machine at 30%. Hunter is placing his clones to see if there's a survivor coming in for the save. It would be Dahai, who is the female dancer, but it doesn't look like she's able to approach the chair quite yet. And we do see there's a survivor decoding Big Boat on 2nd story. We do see the hunter is now closing in on the female dancer. She has quite a lot of distance away from this chair, so it could be a little dangerous. It doesn't look like the hunter was able to find the survivor. She's hiding at the chair. She has gotten up, and now the hunter is able
動き出し
to
始めまし
sniff
た。
her out.
いい音密では
She's
ありま
already
した
placed a slow music box and a fast music box. Hunter making sure that there isn't a save off onto this puppeteer is going to cautiously leave the female dancer for now and return to the chair. His teleport is no longer on cooldown because it is at 1 second and he can
回り
teleport
始めました。
whenever
70%。
he feels.
球場は
We
た
have
だ
4
距
cipher
離
machines
相
have
当あ
been
ります
completed.
ね。
Female dancer is making her way to the chair, but it doesn't look like she'll be able to make it there in time and he will be returning
さ
to
す
the
がに
manor.
球場は間に
Last
合わ
cipher
ず。
machine at
2人数で
90%.
の選択していき
Female
ます。
dancer
踊り
does
1回
have
目から
borrowed
瞬間
time.
移動で
Oh,
暗号
Hunter
機を
will
守
be
りに現在
teleporting to the
95%。
last cipher
このまま
machine.
上げきれ
He's
るかど
trying
う
to
だ。
get the. Oh, they were able to pop it,
上げ切っ
and
て
he
の脳
will
幹
be
した。
going down with it because he does not have borrowed time. He doesn't even have a coffin to resurrect himself. Dahai is the remaining survivor.
そうです
And
ね。
the only person that can get out the dungeon is next to the chair, so also very hard for the female dancer to get to. The hunter is still slowly closing in on Dahai as she's trying to make it to the exit gate. It does look like it's going to be a 4-man elimination, but we'll see what this female dancer does. Hunter still unable to get to Nidus is going to set up another claw. Dahai is making her way towards the chair. Hunter is realizing this. He is starting to go towards the chair. He is going to use his dash and jump in order to make it towards his chair. This hunter does not have detention, so that means Dahai can actually make the save, take a hit, and it looks like she will be able to make it to the chair. Hunter is able to get the white ball on the survivor so far. We also see that the embalmer also has a coffin available to use. We see the hunter has gotten the black and red ball onto this female dancer. Will be breaking this pallet, so she has to transition away. Is going to slowly close in on her and down this survivor. Oh, the embalmer has given the coffin to the female dancer, so it does look like the hunter is bringing the female dancer closer to Xian, who is the embalmer, who will be dropping him down and not be resurrecting the survivor, because if he does chair her, she'll be able to realize the coffin. However, she does have stealth heal, so if Xian can last long enough, she will be able to. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be lasting very long. We do see the female dancer is crawling towards dungeon, but it does look like the hunter is not planning to chair this embalmer quite yet. She's bringing the embalmer to the female dancer, is going to be picking up the female dancer, I believe, but the coffin is still on the female dancer, so we'll see what this hunter does end up choosing to do. She was able to struggle, so she's free once again. She's heading towards the shore corner. Oh, never mind. Big Bo is able to throw down that pallet. Yeah, she needs to avoid the red zone. But he rotated the colour palette. Was able to avoid the red zone. Is able to so far stay in this one corner, which is keeping her alive. Hunter is contemplating whether to go back towards the embalmer or stay near this female dancer. The cooldown for changing. Oh, he has the clone ready. And she wasn't able to. Oh, she'll be getting the down onto this female dancer now, picking up her right away and dragging her back towards the big rock. Oh, we see that the survivor has put the coffin in a different area. It looks like it is next to the exit gate at Cornfield, and Hunter now has to snipe out this embalmer next. They're doing a very good job staying alive. Not all of the options, there's still options available. Hunter will be teleporting to Cornfield exit gate, where he will meet the female dancer's coffin nearby, and she will be resurrected in this area. And he is forced to have to down the survivor here. We have the embalmer is now going towards the front gate, I believe it's called, and it doesn't look like he has self-heal left over. We do see that the female dancer still has self-heal, so the survivors are going to complete opposite sides of the map, trying to keep the hunter away from them. So once Xian is down, we have the female dancer can resurrect and try to open up that exit gate. Doing a very good job here, need to avoid the black area. Hunter just jumps right over the pallet and downs this embalmer. Does look like she's carrying the embalmer, but isn't gonna cheer him quite yet. Dahai is opening up that exit gate, so will this buy enough time for this female dancer to get out? We shall see. It looks like the hunter will be cheering this embalmer. He has returned to the manor. Hunter is going towards Dahai, but it's at 90%. The exit gate is opening and she is able to escape, so that's a one-man escape for the side of ITZY survivors.
もういい場所で必要な
使い慣れてるなという印象はそこで強烈に受けました。
使いも多いと聞きます。
近い位置のスポン。
はい。
ITZY Hunter going against Meow survivors. It will be Goatman on Lakeside Village. It does look like he's making his way towards Zuzuzi, who is the female dancer, getting ready to set up a cage, but is going to be patient and see the survivors first before setting up that cage. Oh, was not able to cage her in. The Hunter will be creating another cage and wasn't able to get her inside that cage either. She was able to get away from 2 cages and also throw down that pallet. Is hugging the walls here and kiting around. Is going to be throwing down a slow music box to try and kite out this Hunter. He's waiting for is going to be breaking that slow music box. Is going to be setting up that cage here. She is kind of caught in the middle and will finally get the hit onto this female dancer as she transitions towards back inside of Shack. Is going to throw down that pallet to ensure the safety for now. Hunter is going to be throwing down a peeper and he's just going to wait for a cage, and while the female dancer sets up yet another music box. So now she is out of items, but the music boxes are still available. Hunter will be setting up cage now and will be able to cage this survivor at this time, doing a very good job. Oh, flywheeling, but unable to go to the edge of the wall because of the shack walls, edge of the cage because of the shack walls. She wasn't able to go through the end of the cage mirror and end up on the other side because she was kind of stuck, if that makes any sense. We'll be going down for the first time and Jared here next to Crab Shack. We do see that SXY does have wanted order and is already nearby. Hunter is getting ready to try and land a hit onto the survivor, but he's utilizing his pocket watch incredibly well and is avoiding getting hit before going for this save. It does look like he will be able to get the save before half with Ty Turner. Hunter will be getting a 25% damage on SXY, but the Hunter is now setting his sights back to Zuzuzi, who is the female dancer. Oh, will be running into the Hunter and will be taking the hit right away. She does still have time on Ty Turner, so she will be utilizing this time to try and transition towards Cornfield. Will be dropping down next to this area. Hunter will be picking up and cheering her for the second time, and the Hunter chooses to chair her at Cornfield chair next to the exit gate. We have 2 cipher machines completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 81, the 4th cipher machine at 30, and the 5th 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's not important. Okay, looks like the oh my goodness, the puppeteer is coming in for the save. He was trying to break that cage while in his puppet form to eat the damage. Was able to get the save before she expires, but the Hunter is able to down the puppeteer. So the female dancer is still out and about. She has 2 music boxes in this area. Hunter is getting ready to set up another cage in order to down this female dancer for once and for all. Is going to be throwing down a peeper there, running into the female dancer, but the female dancer was able to mind game and down this female dancer for the last time. However, cipher progress is looking incredibly good. We have 2 cipher machines completed, the 3rd cipher machine at 89, the 4th cipher machine at 81, and the 5th cipher machine at 61. Hunter now changing targets towards SXY. We do see the puppeteer is healing himself up, and the embalmer is leaving the big boat. It does look like Hunter is aware there's a survivor here, and he will be able to run into him and see him very soon, and has caged him. Is waiting to break the wasn't able to break that. Oh my goodness, is going to be taking the hit while in his pocket watch form. Hunter is trying to hit the survivor with the delayed image. Is making his way towards the double mini boat area with the pallets and is able to cage him in. And down at this pallet. 4 cipher machines have been completed, the 5th cipher machine at 61 and an additional cipher machine at 13%. We'll be bringing this first officer to the chair for the first time. It looks like Meow is working on that. Oh, they're all called Meow. Nyaz is working on that 23% cipher machine. T is working on that 66% cipher machine. If there is a survivor coming in for the save, it could either be, actually, it could be the embalmer or the puppeteer, because the puppeteer can use up his puppet form in order to Hunter is going to get a hit onto that embalmer and will be giving him half damage, and it looks like he's going to be committing to this embalmer, downing him completely, and the embalmer will not be using his coffin quite yet. There was a backdoor save on the first officer. We'll be bringing him to the chair here next to this big rock, and it looks like he will most likely have to resurrect himself because the survivors are running for their lives and they're all at half health, and the possible save can come from the puppeteer, like I've mentioned before, because he can utilize his puppet. Hunter is now going towards the puppeteer. He is going to try and snipe out the survivor, going into his puppet for eating 25% damage, and the hunter is attempting to hit this survivor one more time to down him, because this survivor does not have self-heal, so that does work in favor for the side of the hunter. Is able to avoid getting hit so far, going back and forth, and will be running into the hunter. Oh, dodging, but will be eventually getting the hit onto this puppeteer. And it does look like the hunter does plan on sharing this puppeteer, which actually wouldn't matter because puppeteer doesn't have borrow time. However, the hunter doesn't know that, so he's going to teleport to the embalmer cipher machine at 83%, so it's not quite and the hunter needs to set up a cage before hitting this embalmer, because you don't want to... was able to break the cage. Oh my goodness, and hunter doing a little back and forth here. Is able to break the cage once more, but there was another cage set up, and will be downing this embalmer for the second time. He does not have any coffins available, and he's going to be chairing him here next to the 83% cipher machine. So hunter doing a very good job going back and forth. They are trying to prime up that far corner cipher machine at 50%, and SXY is coming in here for the save. He did pick up an elbow pad, trying to make it to the embalmer and get the save. In the first half, the Meow Hunter was able to get that 3-man elimination, so the goal for BaiLu is getting that 3-man elimination in order to tie, and a 4-man elimination if they tries to go for the win for round 1. Is not able to quite land the hit onto this puppeteer. He's back in his puppet form, and the hunter is going to set up another cage, being very patient here, going back and forth, and it looks like he will be able to down this puppeteer. The save was not able, the first officer was not able to get the save on the embalmer, and he will be bringing this puppeteer to the chair for the first time, I believe, because he did let the... or he could go for the slugging method, but this hunter wants to down this survivor. Chair the survivor. And finding the first officer right away. This is looking like a 4-man elimination. They haven't popped the cipher machine, and he will be going down. And that's a 4-man elimination on the side of ITZY Hunter.
あれ一つずれていて失敗していたらもうサバイバルめちゃくちゃ時間
で結果としては4人釣り、ITZY
FL があればある程度頑張れるっしょっていう普通に野獣イノシシ乗せ
5万は採用しておりま
Meow
せん
Hunter going against ITZY survivors. It will be Ivy on red shirt. She's already walking towards the walls. The ghost is going towards Shaq, and it does look like the ghost will be running into Xian, who is the professor, and the main body is going towards the bot at red carpet. The mechanic has dropped the bot there, and it does look like she will be infecting this professor, recalling the ghost and sending it towards the bot. Oh, he's hiding inside of the locker, so the hunter won't be able to find this bot and will be wasting quite a lot of time. It does look like the main body is coming towards the locker, and it does look like she will be able to find this bot. We'll be able to down this bot for the first time. We still have half a bot left, and the hunter also is alerted to the direction in which, not the direction, but the area. She's going to get the alert for the mechanic. Is going to change her ghost going towards Clover, who is the... looks like he's going to be teleporting to the survivor, so this may be her first chase. She does have that bubble to still work with. Oh no, she doesn't. Will be blinking and getting the hit right away. So she did take some time to find her first chase. It does look like the bubble ran out during that time and was able to just take the hit immediately. Is waiting here at this window. As soon as the hunter approaches, she will be getting that vault, because she also summoned another bubble, but 100% corruption will be getting the hit and will be going down for the first time. We see the first cipher machine at 65, second cipher machine at 61, third cipher machine at 41, the fourth cipher machine at 29, and the fifth cipher machine at 8%. We do still have half a bot to utilize, and so that's the reason there are so many ciphers being worked on. Hunter will be infecting the professor, sending her ghost towards the mechanic. Mechanic trying to leave the area, is unable to do so, will be infecting the mechanic, is now going towards the bot, and is going to be infecting the bot as well, and the ghost is being recalled to the chair. We do see foxes in the area coming for this save. Needs to be careful of getting too much corruption. And it looks like a lot of mind games here at this chair, being very patient. Oh, will be getting the hit and getting the save before half with Tide Turner is able to get the 100% corruption here behind the pallet. Hunter walking right along and will be able to hit the wildling now. If the Hunter can down Clover once again, this is a double down situation, so things will be starting to look very good for the side of this Hunter. However, Clover has gotten quite a lot of distance since the Hunter did chase the wildling right off of the save, and it does look like the Ghost has found this survivor. Will be teleporting to her right away. Tide Turner has already finished, so they have already bought quite a lot of time. Will be very patient here at the pallet. Will be throwing it down after the Hunter swings. The Ghost is now once again on the mechanic spot. Will be infecting mechanic spot, so now the Gardener can't utilize that area because her corruption will increase. She's at 58% corruption. Hunter will just be going ahead and getting rid of this bot completely and trying to go for this Gardener once again. Gardener leaving Graveyard, going towards Church. The Hunter just trying to catch up since she was did go on a little detour. Getting rid of the bot is going to be running next to Fox. Fox is going to be getting on his Wildling's boar right away, and it looks like the Hunter will be back on this survivor. The cooldown on Clover is gone, so that means she can also teleport right away, but the corruption is decreasing quite a lot. It's got 100% corruption with that teleport and is finally able to down the survivor for the second time. However, 3 Cypher machines are completed, the 4th Cypher machine at 94% and the 5th Cypher machine at 77%, so Cypher machines are progressing incredibly well. This is only the second chair for the Gardener. However, this Hunter is a very late, scary Hunter late game, so she could still pull up something from her sleeve. But oh, wonderful backdoor save. We have a abnormal on the Cypher machine, throwing the Cypher machine down to 38%. We have the 4th Cypher machine has been completed. The Hunter now trying to get the down on Clover for the final time and send one of the survivors back to the manor. Clover will be going into the basement. Hunter will be following closely, is going to be downing the survivor 3rd time once and for all. Will be taking her back to the chair in the basement and sending the Ghost towards the survivors working on the Cypher machine. Cypher machine is progressing very well to 90%. Hunter is going to be teleporting to a tablet that is closest to that Cypher machine, but Cypher machines are primed, they'll be popped. The Hunter has detention, 2 survivors at full health, 1 survivor at half health, but it is the wildling, so not too concerning. It does look like Hunter will be sending the Ghost towards Xian, who is the professor, recalling the Ghost towards the back gate. Fox is at the back gate trying to open it up. It's already at 85%. Hunter will be teleporting. He's going to use Flywheel to avoid getting that 100% corruption, but still eventually gets the 100% corruption. Is not able to get on his board, so he will be going down here, and it looks like the Hunter will be teleporting to the red carpet exit gate. Wasn't able to open it up. Xian has quite a lot of distance away from this Hunter, but she's catching up. He needs to make it to that pallet or utilize his scales. It's gonna be very wonderful job. Was able to throw down that pallet. The wildling just needs to get up, finish up that exit gate and leave, and that will be looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. Ghost going back to red carpet. Hunter's main body still at Xian. All 3 survivors are in this back gate area, is going to be healing up the wildling. Wildling has gone up. The dungeon is also in this area, is going to be throwing down a scale in that area, is going to get the 100% corruption and will be able to down this Professor. Wildling, however, is able to get away since he's on his board. It looks like the wildling is going to stay and harass a little more, and the main body is now searching for a different survivor. It hasn't been able to see anyone quite yet. It is going to be carrying the wildling for the first time. Survivors just need to wait out detention, push that gate and leave. But I mean, it's still challenging because detention isn't quite out yet. We'll be sending her Ghost towards graveyard. We see Foxes in the graveyard, and the Ghost is going towards the red carpet exit gate. Unable to find a person so far, and it doesn't look like any of the survivors are even close to this exit gate because it has 0% progress. The one at back gate has 85%, so they're going to wait this out and push 85% exit gate. It does look like the Ghost doesn't have tinnitus, but the main body has tinnitus, so that means both survivors are here. Detention is now over, so they're going to be going for this save. Is being very careful here, is going to be infecting the survivor. Is gonna wait till he gets 100% corruption. Oh, we're gonna be able to down the Professor right away. Is going to be taking the hit. The exit gate is open, so that's a 2-man escape for the side of ITZY survivors. Hunter is trying to teleport, but is not able to make it in time.
今回の試合大きかった点がなくてよかった。なんとか対応できた引き分け。
今日の見せ札として女王がね。
最寄りは教授空
ITZY Hunter going against Meow Survivors. It will be Opera Singer on Red Church. For the side of Meow Survivors, they need to get a 2-man escape in order to tie round 2 and go to round 3. However, if they get anything less, it's a win for ITZY and the game ends here. If they get more, they can actually win round 2. They'll have a fighting chance for round 3. We'll see the pressure is on the Meow Survivors. It looks like the first target for this opera singer is going to be Zuzuzi. The psychologist was able to make it to this pallet. Hunter will be going ahead and breaking that pallet immediately as she transitions to the next pallet. Oh, is being very patient here and is waiting around, but you don't want to play too many mind games because the opera singer is very fast and she will get a hit on you. Was going to be eating that hit, but she does have that stress effect, so she's still at full health and she can take 2 more hits before going down. Is going to be very patient here at this pallet. Will be vaulting that pallet. Hunter leaving a lot of remnants inside this side of this window. She'll be walking around the wall and going towards graveyard instead, utilizing the pallet, the next pallet available. Hunter will be breaking all these pallets. It looks like she's been running into Professor and is going to be okay because Professor will be leaving this area, is able to throw down that pallet, is making her way back to window now that the remnants are gone, but it doesn't look like she'll be able to make it first. The Hunter will be able to get the second damage on the survivor as she transitions back inside this wall. She's going to be throwing down that pallet. She has that one window to work with. Hunter's remnant is waiting at the other side of that window, is going to be waiting that remnant out and will be able to make that vault, making it to the next pallet. Doing a very good job here. Oh, I spoke too soon. Was doing a very good job here, but will lose the mind games at this pallet here and go down for the first time. However, this was a very long kite. She was able to take up to 3 hits, and so we already see that 2 cipher machines are completed. The third cipher machine already at 91%. Taking her to the chair for the first time. T is already in the area getting ready for the save. It is the coordinator with her stun gun, so that can guarantee that the coordinator will be safe, most likely, and the psychologist will be able to rebound, kite, or transition away to a better area if she needs it. If the gun is utilized well, we'll be playing a little mind games. We'll be taking the hit for the survivor, waiting around. Will be, oh my goodness, stunning the Hunter, but Hunter use excitement and will be able to down this psychologist right away. We'll be taking her to the chair for the second time here. Still in the same area. No, she's going to take her more towards the, okay, yeah, she's going to take her to the same chair. And as we can see, the 4th cipher machine has begun and is at 27%. The 5th cipher machine at 4%. It looks like survivors are going to be changing, so coordinators leaving, gonna go to XXY cipher machine. XXY is coming in for the save. Hunter is aware she has tinnitus. He's already made his way towards the chair. Hunter is just waiting around. Oh, he did get the save. Is able to utilize his pocket watch, but Hunter was able to snipe out this psychologist right away. She does have tide turner, so she does still have a little bit of time left, but it does look like this will be the end for this psychologist. She's trying to dive far away in this corner, away from all the cipher machines, and she will be brought to the chair for the 3rd and final time. Cipher machines are being progressed more, obviously. 4th cipher machine at 85%, 5th cipher machine at 51%, an additional cipher machine is being started on at 22%. Hunter is making her way inside of church. Survivors aren't here, they're on the other side. She will be going towards T, who is the most ideal target for this Hunter since he is the professor. Oh, not the professor, is the coordinator at half health. I was looking at the scales and I thought it was the professor for some reason. Was able to get the pallets done and prolong her kite. Is going to be waiting here around here at this pallet. Hunter going into her ghost form has a remnant there, was a little fast in returning to a remnant, was able to mind game, and T has made it to the next cipher machine, not cipher machine, pallet, but was able to hit the survivor while throwing it down. Will be teleporting to the last cipher machine. It looks like she'll be running into the first officer, already utilizing his pocket watch and transitioning to the pallet. Hunter is unable to hit this first officer, doing a very good job with the mind games. There isn't a pallet here, is not going to go towards that area, is going to stay around this walls to pallet area. And it looks like the hunter will be just waiting out this pocket watch and hopefully trying to hit him afterwards with her speed. There are no pallets here, so he needs to stick to this corner. This corner isn't the best area, but it looks like he will be taking the first hit. However, he was at full health, so he can still take another hit. The last Cypher machine is being primed at 93%, so it does look like this will be the end game very soon. First officer also does have, let's see, he does have bar time, so he will be at full health once again. And this is the end game. Hunter has detention. She's just trying to down the survivor. Only one more pallet left here for this first officer to utilize. The dungeon is in this area. The hunter is teleport is on cooldown, will be running into this survivor. Does have one more pocket watch to utilize. Is buying a lot of time here at the dungeon. Hunter is trying to be patient here, but is slowly running out of time because the exit gate is open. Survivor 1 has left, second survivor has left. Oh my goodness, and that's a 3-man escape on the side of Meow survivors.
結果だとも思いますから、決めに行ったがゆえにかわされたというか。
ただ早々の一撃というのはかなり入れるの難しそうだなと。
Chang on Chinatown. It looks like he's going to be throwing his umbrella towards the priestess. Priestess already made a portal. Hunter will be going through that portal, entering inside of hotel. Priestess already making her way to the second floor. Hunter will be going ahead and breaking this pallet and following the blood trails of the survivor. She will be dropping down here, and the hunter just has to follow. At this point, his umbrella is on cooldown. Priestess making sure that the hunter is following behind and not going to surprise her in the opposite way, is making her way back up the stairs, does have that pallet to work with. And it does look like she will be able to throw down this pallet. We do see the umbrella is back up, is going to be putting the umbrella down at the first floor, will be running into the survivor and will be able to eat the first hit as she transitions back up to the hotel. No, it's gonna look like she's gonna use the window because that pallet was destroyed, and the hunter will just have to follow behind. Hunter does have blink ready in about 4 seconds, so the survivor does have to be careful. Is going to portal through this building. Hunter being a little patient so she doesn't double back and miss. The survivor is going to be making her way around this. Oh, doubling back. Oh, Hunter was patient, he was patient, and he was able to mind game and end up on the right side. Oh, the blink misses and she's able to make it. No, she's not able to make it to the pound, so she flywheeled because she was trying to predict the hunter's blink, but the hunter baited the blink first and then did the blink the second time. He wasn't able to hit right away, but the distance was close enough that he would hit her right after, and so was able to down this survivor. We do see Fox is already coming here for the save very early because you don't want to have the problem of, oh, wonderful sniping of the hunter was able to get the damage on the first officer and get the save right away. Hunter is getting ready to utilize his ability, and it looks like he wasn't able to get the hit onto the survivor quite yet, but the umbrella is waiting around, forcing the priestess to leave hotel, and she will be eating the hit here. Look at the distance of that hit. I feel like it was pretty far, but anyways, she will be going down here after Tide Turner is over, and the hunter will be cheering this priestess on the chair for the second time. 2 Cypher machines have been completed, the third Cypher machine at 89% and the fourth Cypher machine at 40%. And it does look like Clover is in this area. Xian is also in this area. She is the psychologist. It looks like the hunter is starting to utilize his soul recording ability and is throwing his umbrella to the chair. However, was able to get the save, didn't quite get the stun, but was able to push the hunter away, utilizing his bell to try and stop this survivor. Is able to make it through the portal and throw down this pallet, doing a very good job transitioning around by. So much time for the survivors. 3 Cypher machines have been completed, the 4th Cypher machine at 73%. Wonderful stun on the side of this antiquarian. Oh, we'll be getting the bell on the survivor and will be able to down her. However, the antiquarian is in this area. She's at full health. She has a lot of stick to work with, but the survivor died too close to the chair, so she will not be able to harass, and she will be returned to the manor. Hunter is getting ready to utilize his umbrella trick once again, and it doesn't look like he's going to be throwing it until he's certain there's a survivor, has seen Fox, and is going to be throwing his umbrella now. and will be able to use his soul siphon ability. The hunter survivor, however, did utilize his pocket watch. Hunter trying to locate this survivor's main body by following the after image, is able to avoid getting hit so far, going down the stairs. Hunter following the survivor, going back up the stairs. Hunter went down the stairs, now he has to go back up the stairs, seeing the blood trails, and is waiting around at the second floor, and the hunter is unable to locate this survivor. Is doing a very good job, is going to utilize his soul siphon so he can have faster movement speed, is able to down this first officer. However, siphon machines are prime. First officer does have borrowed time, so this can be an endgame move. Also, because all three survivors have borrowed time, we're going to have a survivor come in for the save and another survivor getting ready to pop that cipher machine when necessary. It does look like it will be Antiquarian coming in for this save. She does have the stick. She doesn't have, oh yeah, she still has a lot of stick left, so it won't be a problem trying to body block for the first officer, but the cipher machines will pop. The first officer will get back up, and Hunter using the soul siphon to close the distance, getting closer to this first officer waiting around here at this. Oh my goodness, how did that hit? How did that hit? Okay, and we'll be taking down this first officer. It looks like he's getting ready to send his umbrella towards the Antiquarian. Antiquarian going in the opposite area, was able to avoid getting the bell hit, is utilizing her stick for faster movement speed. The window here has crumbled, and she's just trying to make it to the pallet. Oh, she flips, and wonderful stop on the side of the Antiquarian. I thought she messed up when she was flipping towards this hunter, but wonderful job waiting around here at the we'll be able to get the down on this Antiquarian with the mind gaze, but the first officer has gotten back up, so it's not completely over for the side of the survivors. The exit gate is being opened up at 30%. It looks like Fox is staying around in the middle. Xian is opening up that exit gate. Hunter getting ready to throw his umbrella towards the Xian, who is the psychologist. Xian, however, already left. The exit gate is utilizing his soul siphon to close the distance and is able to down this survivor. Did I question the choice of this hunter when he chose Wu Chang? Yes, but things are looking incredibly good for this hunter now. Maybe that's why he chose it. He definitely has confidence here. It is late game. There was 3 survivors, but he is able to down survivors incredibly quickly. Now going back to Fox, who is the first officer. Antiquarian trying to make it to the chair. Blink down and getting it down on the first officer right away. First officer does not have self-heal. He's already utilized it, but it looks like the hunter is going to be chairing this first officer instead. Not knowing how much progress that exit gate has, it does look like that gives enough time for the Antiquarian to make it towards the exit gate and not the chair. Oh, yes, the chair. I thought, it's getting confusing, but it looks like they are able to get the save. We see Xian is in the red building going around the back. Hunter is finding the survivor. It doesn't look like the Antiquarian can make it to the first officer in time. Antiquarian might just want to open up that exit gate and get that one-man escape. Is able to get the bell and damage this survivor, but detention is over. So the dungeon is in this area. Oh my goodness. If she can just last. Okay, the exit gate is open. Now she just needs to vault. Be very careful here. This is like a fight for the dungeon. She left now. The dungeon is open. And the psychologist just needs to make her way towards that dungeon. The dungeon has opened. It's just playing a lot of mind games here. Wonderful pallet stun. This gives her a chance to get the dungeon escape, and she's able to escape. And that's a 2-man escape for the side of ITZY survivors.
していましたかね。そうですね。ただ攻めた結果の引き分け。ぐるぐるされるボールの気絶回復が早いのと。
ITZY Hunter going against Meow survivors, who will be wax artists on Chinatown. So for the side of Meow survivors, they need to get a free man escape in order to win this matchup. Anything less is a win to ITZY. So the side of Meow, they need to be very aggressive. They have to really buy a lot of time. That's why you see that the survivors did bring forward. In case a survivor goes down early, they have to harass, and every single survivor has borrowed time. So this is an all or nothing situation for the side of ITZY. For the side of Meow, ITZY just needs to get that 2-man elimination. It looks like the hunter will be waxing off that cipher machine and going after this GameKeeper on inside of his shovel. Hunter is not forcing him out of this shovel. He's just waiting this out. So that's an interesting strategy here. We'll see how well that works out. We see that the shovel GameKeeper is waiting around here at this pallet. Hunter is throwing wax in preparation for him to leave his shovel, but he was able to make it out the little edge there, drop down, was able to get the fire investigator's balls support, but still able to get the 100% and will be able to get the first damage. The survivor will be able to get that pellet stun here, and he is back up to the second floor. Hunter is following the blood trails, not going to utilize that palleted area, is going to utilize warp to end up on the first floor, forcing him out of his shovel, is going to utilize the fire investigator's ball once again, but he's kind of out here in the open, which means he can possibly eat a lot of wax. The fire investigator body blocking for him and eating the 100% wax. Hunter is now trying to get wax off this. Oh my goodness, he has the wax ball and will be able to down this Gravekeeper for the first time. We see that T, the forward, is in this area, ready to harass. However, he did utilize his ball to avoid getting the additional wax. It looks like the Hunter will be able to bring the survivor to the chair and will be chairing this Gravekeeper for the first time. We see one cipher machine will be completed very soon. Hunter did wax off another cipher machine next to Hotel. We see the second cipher machine at 78%, fourth cipher machine at 56%, and the last cipher machine at 28%. Continuously tries to pressure these cipher machines by throwing wax against the survivors. Is going to be taking the hit and getting the save before half. Is going to be stunning this Hunter, allowing the Gravekeeper to transition away. It looks like the Hunter will be trying to get extra damage on this forward. Is unable to do so. Is able to escape with his football. Hunter is now going towards SXY once again. Suzu Z was trying to heal up this Gravekeeper but wasn't able to do so. SXY, oh my god. Transition outside of Hotel, making his way towards the middle. We do see another survivor in the vicinity giving assistance. It is the barmaid who gave the healing drink onto this Gravekeeper. Hunter is now trying to wax off this barmaid. Has gotten the 100% wax on this barmaid. Is able to avoid getting hit. For now, SXY is able to, oh, wonderful, swap to blink and downing the survivor right away. He wants to secure this first down as quickly as possible. The forward is not in the vicinity, so it looks like he'll be able to chair the survivor easily for the second time. We see the barmaid giving a healing drink to the forward, getting ready to harass, but he only has 1/4 of his football left, so that will be very challenging. And it does look like the Hunter is going to be waxing off the barmaid cipher machine. Forward is making his way towards the chair by going around the back. Has finally healed up. 3 cipher machines completed. Forward eating a lot of wax here, trying to body block for the... Oh my goodness, he missed the Gravekeeper doing... Oh, Gravekeeper was hiding behind the waxed off forward, but was able to snipe him out. Is going to block off the barmaid's cipher machine once again and trying to get the wax on the survivor so he can chair the... Oh, wonderful hit onto the forward. Forward still has 76% wax. Does not look like the forward plans on leaving anytime soon. The Gravekeeper is going to be... Oh, wonderful. He put a wax bomb on the chair so that the forward can't stun, because he will be going down and he will be blocking the middle cipher machine with this wax once again. Has secured a 1-man elimination. He just needs to get one more survivor and that's a win for ITZY. It does look like 4 cipher machines have been completed. This wax artist is at full presence, so now he has hot wax. Survivors have to be incredibly careful, and it does look like he is going to go for this forward next. He still has a little bit of football to utilize, is able to get the 100% and will be downing him with the hot wax. The cipher machine is not ready, that's why you saw him waiting. In case the cipher machines pop, he will then swing and down the survivor, but since the cipher machines were not ready, it does look like he will be able to chair the forward for the first time. An additional cipher machine is being worked on at 38%. Nyaz is in this area getting ready for the save. It is the barmaid. She is feeding tinnitus, so the Hunter doesn't want to leave this chair quite yet. It is the forward, and so it does look like they'll be waiting this out. The survivors are going to wait for the cipher machines to be primed. Hunter is just going to wait till these ciphers are primed and popped. He will have detention, and he will most likely be able to secure that 2-man elimination. So Hunter is not under too much pressure, and the survivors are under a lot of pressure because they need to secure the 3-man escape. Looks like the barmaid will be eating a lot of wax before making it to the chair. Hunter is going to get the hit with the hot wax. Isn't able to hit her yet. Oh, will be able to hit her now. The cipher machine's popped. She's up. She got the save up to the forward flywheel, avoiding the normal hit. Hunter now throwing the wax against the forward, utilizing the last of his football to make it around the building. Hunter is catching a blink and downing the
気持ちで
forward
取
right
り切ったバイル
Exit gates are being opened at 60%. The hunter is bringing this forward to the chair for the second time. Nyaz is in this area. It's very dangerous for survivors to be nearby. Exit gate has been opened forward, has returned to the manor. That's a win for ITZY, but Nyaz isn't going to give up quite yet. The dungeon is around the corner. It does look like she's trying to make it. Oh, it's inside of the tunnel. Hunter is throwing a lot of wax towards this barmaid. Barmaid is able to get the 100% wax. It is going to get her down with the hot wax, and that's a win for the side of ITZY team. Congratulations.
となりました。決定ですね。こう振り返ってみると、墓守、スコップギリギリまで時間稼いでたからこそ、あそこですぐに終われなかったチェイスに。
おめでとうございます。
またしても獲得となりました。
チームでもありますからね、そう思われがちっていうのも正直しょうがない部分あるかなと思うのが一つまたポイントですよね。
確かに。
ドンシェーンとかそういうわけじゃないですからね。
その場の対応にはなっ
また今日は羊を多く見る日
からこそ電車に阻まれると相当嫌だ。乗られると苦しいというのは。
Goatman on Ever Sleeping Town. Looks like he's going to be running into Go first, who is the psychologist, is getting ready to set up that cage. Was able to cage her before she got that window vault. She is making her way to the edge of the cage, trying to go through. Hunter's going to go right through as well, and the hunter has caught up. Will be eating the first hit here outside of Graveyard as she makes that window vault inside of Graveyard. Hunter will follow and set up his next cage to try to get that down onto this psychologist. She can take up to 3 hits, so it is an ideal chase for the side of the survivors. Hunter is setting up another cage, wasn't able to break it in time, is being very patient here, will be eating the second hit right away. So the side of the psychologist, she was trying to do some mind games as she's pretending like she's breaking the cage, then she'll have to go through. The hunter's about to swing, possibly. Yeah, we can see that she continues to do that. She pretends to break the cage and then she goes through. Ooh, will be taking the hit right away and will be going down for the first time. Cypher machines at 65, 48, 24, and 12%. We do see Hunter is already running into 11, who is the first officer. Most likely the survivor that will be coming in for the first save. We see that Mechanic has wanted order. She is already utilizing her bot. That's why we have 4 Cypher machines instead of 3. Hunter will be using abnormaling that middle Cypher machine, making it 0%. We do see first officers utilizing his watch to get ready to save this psychologist. Hunter is being very patient here. He's going to be setting up a cage as soon as she gets saved. She was saved before half with Ty Turner. She will utilize this time left on Ty Turner to transition away. And it looks like the hunter is planning to get some additional hits here to make himself get full presence, and is able to get full presence with that hit. And Gogo will be dying near Dancing Geisha. Hunter will be bringing her to the chair for the second time. And it looks like we have 1 Cypher machine has been completed. The second Cypher machine at 64, the third Cypher machine at 61, the fourth Cypher machine at 29%. And it does look like they were trying to push that middle Cypher once again. Abnormal still on cooldown at 40 seconds. It looks like Zen will be coming in for the save. Mechanic gets wanted order once again. Still has half of her bot to utilize and continue to decode. Looks like Zen will be approaching the chair. Hunter already setting up a cage. Is going to be taking the hit and will be getting the save afterwards. With Ty Turner once again. Hunter, however, will be able to hit her right away, and this will be her third and final down. Doesn't look like there's any harassers able to prolong the life of the psychologist. Will be going down here away at the far corner of the graveyard. Hunter is going to set up a cage in order to shorten the distance to chair the survivor. Wasn't able to put that cage up in the right area. Looks like he's going to be going to the basement and chairing this survivor there. And it looks like 11 will be getting one in order. Will Hunter be going for the first officer, or will he try to look for the airplanes? Because the airplanes is at half health and he can try and get that fast down. Is going to make a double cage here to transition closer to what looks like the 2-story in middle. Third Cypher machine has just finished. The 4th Cypher machine at 84 and the 5th Cypher machine at 22%. He's going to be abnormaling that middle Cypher machine. Used to be at around 80%, now is at 43%. Is able to cage the first officer. He's going to utilize his pocket watch to avoid getting hit for now, but Hunter is slowly closing in and is catching up to him, but unable to land any hit, and the cage has disappeared. Now the hunter is waiting for the pocket watch to disappear before caging the survivor once again. Wants to save the... Oh, was not able to cage in the first officer. Is going to put up another cage to cage him in the second time. First officer doing a very, very good job going back and forth within the cage. Hunter is unable to locate the survivor. He's outside of the cage, setting up another cage and doing a very good job avoiding this Hunter once again. Hunter swinging but unable to hit him until now, and will be eating the first damage. Cypher machines were looking good, but great utilization of abnormal. The Hunter was able to delay that Cypher from being primed up. It does look like the survivors have abandoned the middle Cypher machine. They are working on that graveyard Cypher machine with the mechanic spot. Hunter is going to set up a cage and will be backing into and trying to down the mechanic spot in this instance, and will be getting rid of the spot. There wasn't much left of that bot, only around like 5, 4, 3, 2%, and it looks like Hunter will now know the location of the mechanic. However, mechanic is at full health, so not your most ideal chase. You want to get the down quickly on the survivors that are at half health. There's already 2 survivors at half health. Would most likely be the more ideal. You're going to use abnormal once again. That 90 Cypher machine has now been brought down to 65%. Hunter getting ready to set up another Cypher cage. It looks like near the middle Cypher machine. XY will be the target next. Oh, was able to avoid getting hit there. Was looking very close, but she was able to get that pallet vault. Hunter is slowly closing in, and the cage disappeared, so now the mechanic was able to go right through. Will be backing into the mechanic, and she will finally be taking the hit. However, Cypher machines are primed. Mechanic, however, does not have borrowed time. Cypher machines have already been popped. Hunter will be setting up a cage near the exit gate. He will be running into the aeroplanist, and is doing a very good job avoiding the hits. Wonderful flywheel, utilizing his jetpack to push the Hunter away. The cage has gone down, but the Hunter has detention, so he will still be going down to that hit since the mechanic was at, not mechanic, the airplanist was at half health. Now the Hunter is going to the opposite exit gate near corner house. Does look like XY is opening it up. It's almost open at 85%. It's going to be setting up a cage before it's opened in time. Doing a little mind games here back at the pallet. The mechanic is being very cautious here, and it does look like she will be able to take the hit here. The survivor has gotten up. Hunter will chair this mechanic. It does look like he will be chairing this mechanic. This exit gate is at 85%. He has to be very cautious, but it looks like the opposite exit gate will be started. Zen waiting around the middle since it is mechanic's first chair. Hunter is going to be teleporting to 11. Setting up a cage, doing a very good job avoiding the Hunter in between these walls and pallet. Hunter swinging but unable to land a hit onto the survivor, and will eventually hit onto him, but also get hit by the tram after downing the survivor. Thankfully it wasn't before, but it was after, and it does look like he will be able to take 11 to the chair, while the exit gate is open on the other side, and that's a 2-man escape on the side of ACT survivors.
結果は引き分け。サバイバーとウルブズが今度は耐えるターンになります。ここまではお互い分かってるし。
ACT Hunter going against Wolf survivors. It will be Hullabaloo on Chinatown. It looks like his first chase will be Jelly. Jelly has already thrown down his coffin somewhere near Dancing Geisha. Hunter has seen the blood trails of the survivor. The tram is coming, but the survivors and the Hunter unfortunately was not hit. It looks like he'll be setting up the clone and getting the red ball and white ball onto this embalmer at the beginning of the game here at corner house. The basement is also in this area, but since the coffin is out, even if he does get chaired in basement, it won't be too much of a problem for the side of the survivors, other than the fact that the coffin is very close to the survivor. Is able to injure the survivor for the first time as he's making that vault, transitioning towards the exit gate. Hunter will be putting a clone there, has the black ball and the red ball on the survivor, will be breaking these pallets, forcing the survivor to leave once the second pallet is also broken. Doesn't look like he'll be able to make it to the pallet. Is able to get the down onto the survivor for the first time. Hunter is going to be bringing this survivor to the chair inside next to corner house. The Cypher machines at 64, 65, and 45%. He is gonna be using his coffin and resurrecting near Dancing Geisha. Hunter closing the distance by using warp, landing right next to the survivor. Is able to get the red ball, and the black ball does have that protection bubble for the beginning of the coffin is going to disappear, is going to flywheel and avoid the hunter's hit, and unfortunately is going to get hit with the balls while vaulting that window, and will be going down for the second time. One cipher machine has been completed, the second cipher machine at 87 and the third cipher machine at 85%. XMX is already on his way to come for this save. It is the Gravekeeper already going inside of his shovel form and getting ready to approach the chair, but he still has quite a lot of time before the survivor expires, so it looks like he will be making his way to the chair now. You don't want to wait till the very last minute, so it does look like he doesn't want to get the hunter doesn't want to hit this survivor out of his shovel. He's waiting till he's out of his shovel form, and then he will land the white bomb onto the survivor with the help of his clone. Is able to get the damage, and however was able to get the save, will be getting the down onto the Gravekeeper, and now going towards the Embalmer. Embalmer already making his way towards fake gate area. However, Hunter is using his dash to catch up incredibly fast. Has the red and white ball on this survivor. Needs to be careful of the black ball. There's a clone there, and the main body also is trying to position his color wheel for this survivor, and will be able to snipe him out while vaulting that pallet, and will be going on the chair for the final time, returning to the manor. However, 3 cipher machines have been completed. The 4th cipher machine at 52% and the 5th cipher machine at 48%. Looks like Hunter is making his way towards D King, who is the female dancer. Already has the fast and slow music boxes already set up here. Is going to be breaking the was not able to get that pallet done, but will be breaking that slow music box. Is going to utilize her spin to avoid the hunter's hit, and is able to make that pallet ball. Hunter will be breaking the fast music box, making the female dancer transition away to her last music box. Hunter will be warping to the psychologist cipher machine. Psychologist now leaving this area and going towards the middle, where we do have the assistance of the slow music box, and is able to still hit her out of oh my goodness, is able to get the pallet stun while the hunter is breaking that slow music box and is transitioning around the obstacles. Hunter is breaking all these pallets here. Now there isn't much areas to kite in the middle of the map. She has to transition towards the outer side of the map where there's another pallet available. Is able to get another hit onto this survivor. She will be going down here with the 3rd hit. Does have a little bit of stress left, so if she's rescued without Tide Turner, which is going to be the case if she is rescued because none of the survivors now have Tide Turner, she will be able to utilize that stress, and the hunter does have to hit her twice before downing the survivor. It looks like he will be also trying to down the female dancer. Is able to get the damage on her for now, and is attempting to get the 2nd damage and downing the survivor. She's doing a very good job avoiding the white area, but it was inevitable and she was taken down for the first time. Hunter will be going back to the psychologist and will be chairing the psychologist. 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 97%, so this is looking very close for the side of the survivors. In order to win round 1, ACT Hunter needs to get a 3-man elimination, and it looks like XMX is making his way towards the chair, and he is in a shovel form, so he will be safe. He ran out of his shovel immediately and is able to get the save onto the psychologist. She does have stress left over, so she has to still take up 2 hits. Is trying to prime up that cipher machine, will be popping that cipher machine, and the hunter is trying to down the survivor. Hunter does not have detention, will be able to get that pallet stun, and is able to get that vault. We got another backdoor save on the female dancer, so things are looking incredibly good for the side of the survivors. And it looks like the hunter is now going towards XMX, does not want to allow the survivors to open up that exit gate. XMX still does have some shovel left over, so he will be utilizing it in order to try and prolong this kite going away from the exit gate. Hunter is positioning his color wheel by rotating it, is able to hit this survivor out of his shovel, and is able to get the first damage onto this survivor. And it does look like he's trying to do a very good job staying at the corners, avoiding the color black, but the hunter is just gonna rotate the color wheel and is able to down this survivor. Exit gates are open, and it looks like the female dancer will be going out. That beams, and both exit gates are open, so this is a 2-man elimination on the side of ACT Hunter, tying up round 1.
全てはストレス反応が残っていた、そして引き止めるもない、止められるような方向、袴の深追いはそこではして、医学者ってやっぱ左右が強かったりするキャラクターしました。 めちゃくちゃ裏を振ってま
ACT
したね
Hunter going against
完全に読み
Wolf
切ってましたね。
survivors. It will be Ivy on Leo's memory, sending her a ghost towards 487, who is the acrobat. The main body is going to be teleporting right away to the acrobat after infecting him. The ghost now going towards Jelly, who is the psychologist, and the main body is still going after the acrobat. Acrobat has entered the factory. It does look like he'll be running into another survivor that was currently working on that cipher machine, and he's making his way towards the second floor. The ghost is now looking for a different survivor. It looks like he's going towards XMX, who is the mercenary, and he was able to make that window vault. The main body will also be going through that window and will be getting closer to him or trying to get closer to him while the ghost is going towards XMX. It does look like he was able to also throw down that pallet. Hunter will be breaking this pallet and he will be making his rounds. D-King already has left this area completely and is off into that corner cipher machine. The Hunter has now recalled the ghost, so now it looks like he will be committing on this survivor pretty hard. Already at 76% corruption, is going to utilize his bomb to go through the door, is being very patient here. Hunter can see exactly where this survivor is because the ghost is still latched onto him. He is able to make it to this pallet. Was able to avoid the, oh my goodness, wonderful blink, and finally able to get the hit onto the survivor. 96% corruption. She just needs to make the scare happen, or oh, it does look like she was able to get the scare, but the survivor was a little far off. Will he be able to make it to this window? It doesn't look like she will be able to because he didn't have enough distance, and that will be the first down for the side of this Hunter. If we look at the cipher machines, we have it at 82, 66, 61, 16, and 10%. It looks like she will be taking the survivor towards D-King's cipher machine. D-King is forced away from the cipher machine, and it does look like the ghost is looking to leech onto the survivor. No, it's going to be recalled to the chair and sent towards Jelly. The main body will be... No, it's brought back to the chair. Hasn't quite re-leeched 487 quite yet. Does look like they're playing a little bit of mind games here, but she does still have time. Will be leeching this survivor. We see that D-King will be taking the hit and will be getting the save. Will be utilizing her stun gun right away. The ghost is not losing track of this coordinator, but isn't quite going after 487 yet. It does look like she's looking for a double down situation, and the ghost is now closing in onto D-King. Will be infecting the coordinator and teleporting to her, getting 100% corruption and downing this coordinator. It does look like she has lost track of the acrobat, but going after coordinator isn't such a bad idea since she already utilized her stun gun and now she has absolutely no items to work with, whereas the acrobat still has a few bombs to work with. It does look like XMX is making his way towards the survivor that is being chaired. 487 working on that factory cipher machine. Ghost is going to 487, so she may end up teleporting, but it doesn't look like that will be happening. She is committing to the coordinator. XMX hiding behind the container thing. Cargo container is going to be leeching the psychologist and recalling the ghost back to the chair, and the mercenary is now approaching the coordinator. Is going to play a little bit of mind games, being patient here, and is able to get the save before half, but taking the hit immediately. However, she does have Ty Turner still available, so she will be going down a little later. The ghost is keeping tabs on D-King, this coordinator, while the main body seems to be going towards factory where 487 is, and it looks like she has quite a lot of distance away from this ghost, and the ghost is slowly catching up. It looks like D-King will be going down here at the Moongate corner walls and recalling the ghost to the factory, stopping that cipher machine from being decoded, and will be picking up this coordinator and chairing her for the second time. 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 71%, which is that factory cipher machine most likely, and therefore the ghost is guarding that cipher machine. Hunter will be teleporting right to the factory cipher machine. She will be running into 487. 487, however, will be able to fly. Will getting the 100% corruption and will be taking the hit. Is waiting around the cipher machine. Is going to get the bomb onto the Hunter. Hunter is going to get a hit onto the psychologist. A backdoor rescue on the coordinator. Hunter is just trying to stop this one cipher machine from being completed. It's at 90%. The ghost is now going back to where the coordinator was chaired, but it looks like the survivors have already left this area. The ghost does not have tinnitus. It does look like she will be getting tinnitus. She is hiding inside of shack. The ghost is not looking in the right places quite yet. She just needs to turn around and enter the shack. Looks like she'll be recalling the ghost after not trying to waste too much time doing here, searching for survivors, is going to be
6原子侵食転送から
getting the
ただ板は間に合います
infection. Teleporting back to the cipher machine. The ghost is still on 487. Looks like the body will just stay next to the cipher machine. She needs to look for D-King and eliminate her and return her to the manor, but D-King is doing a very good job avoiding this hunter, and she is back at full health, so not your most ideal chase anymore. It does look like the psychologist is healing everybody up very well. It looks like the psychologist will be getting leeched, and the hunter does not plan. Okay, the hunter is now going to the psychologist, will be chairing her for the first time since all 4 survivors are up and about. They are priming up that cipher machine 95%, 96%. It will be primed, and all the survivors have borrowed time, so that will work in favor for them. We'll be taking the hit and going towards the chair. Meanwhile, 487 is staying back at the cipher machine. XMX has gotten the save off onto the psychologist, and the hunter is trying to down another survivor, but the cipher machine is primed, so as soon as she downs a survivor, that cipher will pop. It does look like the acrobat will be leeched. Hunter will be teleporting to this cipher machine. Survivors are unable to approach it. They are priming up another cipher machine at 87%, so it does look like they're just going to pop a new cipher machine. We see 487 was able to get rid of that tablet and make the window fault. The ghost is going on jelly. The main body on the acrobat is going to be able to down the acrobat cipher machine's pop. The survivors are all up. 4 survivors up and running. Endgame hunter does have detention, sending the ghost towards the Christmas tree exit gate, and the main body still around. Looks like she's going to be teleporting to XMX's exit gate, and it looks like Jelly is being guarded by the ghost. The exit gate is being opened at 62%, but it is stopped because the hunter is guarding both exit gates. XMX is bringing the hunter away from that exit gate, and it looks like 487 will be heading towards the exit gate that the hunter's main body has left. XMX doing a very good job containing this hunter in this area, and the hunter will be looking at the moon gate and see that 487 is working on the exit gate. It's at 91%. The hunter's gonna blink, flywheel, trying to avoid. The hunter is able to avoid the hit for now. Now the mercenary is back on opening that exit gate, and the exit gate is open. However, the acrobat has gone down. Hunter might need to chair far away from this exit gate because it is open, but she also still has detention, so it's not that dangerous yet. It looks like all 3 survivors are at Moon Gate. They are getting ready to leave. We see the mercenary is still staying back a little, tempting to go for that save if the hunter leaves the chair. Hunter going towards the exit gate is not able to get the survivor. It looks like they will be taking this 3-man escape for the side of Wolf survivor.
とかITZYの表で取り返したらいいやということができなかった。
はい、はいです。ブルブズが2ポイントリード。
5台まで 500%
あったでしょうけれども、ファーストチェイス囚人採用です。
Wolf's Hunter going against ACT survivors. It will be opera singer on Leo's memory. Looks like she's already in her shadow form going towards XY, who is the puppeteer. He is waiting around at Shack. It's a good area to keep looping around, especially against an opera singer. That one window is utilized quite a lot. Is going to be able to avoid the hit. Hunter will be able to vault that window behind the survivor. Is going to be going into his puppet form, waiting at that pallet. Is going to be leaving the Shack and going towards Wall's corner. Has made it to the next pallet. Will be able to throw it down. Hunter is going to try and go through. Oh, was able to run into the survivor, but he was gone into his puppet form, and he's still waiting around at this pallet. Once again, will be able to throw that pallet as his puppet expires. Hunter is back on the survivor. He is trying to make his way back inside of and is in his puppet form yet again. Is going to be taking his hit in his puppet form and will be throwing down that pallet back inside of Shack, looping this area once again. Hunter will be going all the way around as he makes his way towards Christmas tree. Is gonna utilize these 2 pallets here. Is wonderful mind game, was able to make that vault. Hunter will finally blink and down the survivor right away. Cipher machines looking pretty good at 71, 69, and 61%. Oh, the basement is here. Not the best place to die, but it does look like she will be able to take this puppeteer all the way to the basement. and the survivors look like the wildling is coming in for the save. He's going to be going on his boar right away as he approaches the basement. Not going to quite go down yet because he still isn't quite at the chair isn't at quite at the half line, and it looks like he's doing a very good job dodging the hits of this hunter. Is going to be taking a boar hit and make his way downstairs. Is going to be getting off his boar, getting the normal hit, and will be able to get the save before half with side turner. And wildling also did have one marker. Hunter will be able to use that charge attack and down the puppeteer, and I'll get a double down by downing the wildling as well. Wonderful job on the side of this opera singer. XY is now leaving the shack, going as far away as possible. Doesn't want to end up in that basement ever again, because if he does, the wildling is now completely down. Oh my goodness, it looks like we got a how did he get out of that from? Oh, we got the stun from the prisoner, and he will be going down here eventually, not able to throw down that pallet, and will be chaired for the second time. The wildling is healing up at 50%, and the hunter is going to bring him all the way to this corner chair, far away from all the survivors. That means they have to travel quite a long way just in order to go for this save. It doesn't look like the survivors are quite not going to approach this chair quite yet. It does look like Hunter has seen the coordinator. Does look like she will be able to eat a hit here. Zen is now making her way towards the chair, is going to utilize her stun gun and stun the hunter so that Zen can get the save on XY. Hunter will now have to make her way back to the chair in her shadow form and dashing closer and closer. 11 does have the wanted order, but the hunter doesn't really care about the wildling at this moment. It does look like the hunter will be running into Zen. Still looking for XY, has seen XY here hiding behind walls, is making her way around. Oh, vaulting into the hunter and will be going down for the third and final time. We have the, oh my goodness, another stun by this prisoner. This prisoner keeps saving this puppeteer. Puppeteer is able to get into his puppet form and is able to keep kiting even longer. We do see the hunter using blink and daring the puppeteer once again. There is no charge for this prisoner, so he won't be able to stun the hunter anymore. Will be returning to the manor, and hunter is going towards Gogo, who is the coordinator inside of factory, not making her way towards that area. Will be changing her targets to 11, and it is the wildling. He's at half health, so he could be a potential good chase, but he does have the boar he can still utilize, and if he does get on the boar, he still has a lot of time to kite. So it looks like the hunter is going to be changing targets once again. It does look like he's going to go towards Zen this time, but Zen is at full health and he does have a mini stun available to use. It looks like 4 cipher machines will be completed very soon, and the 5th cipher machine at 75% and an additional cipher machine at 30%. Hunter will be going for this prisoner for now. Prisoner doing a very good job hiding behind these obstacles, and he's making his way back to the wonderful stun so that he can make it to the pallet safely. Hunter will be doing the backlight trick, trying to run into this survivor. The last cipher machine is almost primed at 93%. He just needs to last a little longer. Is going to be taking the normal hit and getting that vault, transitioning to the walls. Cipher machines have been popped. Oh, Zen didn't have borrowed time, so it wouldn't have mattered if he went down, because he wouldn't have been able to get up, and so he will, unfortunately, losing the mind games here. Hunter being very patient and swinging continuously at this pallet, refusing to walk through it, and was able to down this prisoner for the first time. However, exit gates are opening up pretty well. She did utilize blink, and she will not, and it's still on cooldown. She does not have trump cards. She has confined space, and that's a 2-man escape on the side of ACT survivors.
となりました。ウルブズセット獲得。はい。この後マップの
火災もボールのとか。そうですね。持たせましたね。はい。
Wolves Hunter going against ACT survivors. It will be GameKeeper on Ever Sleeping Town. In this instance, none of the survivors have Flywheel. Flywheel is very effective against GameKeeper, so that's a little unfortunate on the side of the survivors. We'll see how well they work with their persona builds. It does look like Hunter will be ignoring 11, who is the Weeping Clown, and going towards Hotel, and he will be running into XY, who is the cheerleader. She does have that pom-poms for faster movement, see that she can utilize to make it to pallets, but if you But she also has to stay out of line of sight because the hunter can't hook you, was not able to hook the cheerleader at this instance, was dropped down back to the first floor, has to make its way back up to the second floor, breaking this pallet and going towards past the other side of the bridge. We see the cheerleader has already left this area, which is a good thing for the side of the survivor because hunter will be throwing down traps if you want to leave. Oh, wonderful job on the side of the weeping clown, utilizing his rocket and allowing the cheerleader to go to the opposite corner mini bridge. Will be able to make it to this pallet here, but will be eating a hit unfortunately, and will be transitioning into the building and going to the outside to the right side back towards the middle. We do see 11 is here once again. Oh, she was able to hook the survivor and is going to be taking her down for the first time. Cyber Machines at 78, 77 and 34% is going to be bringing her to the chair near the middle where 11 was working on that Cyber Machine, so it could possibly be disrupted. It looks like Zen will be having the wanted order, which is the patient, not anywhere close by, so not a problem. Might be baiting this hunter by making two people come for this save. If the hunter goes for 11, the patient will go for the save. It doesn't look like that's going to happen, so it does look like 11 will be going for the save. Did take 75% damage, is stunning him with the rocket, and the cheerleader is trying to get away with the cheers, but the hunter is catching up and he does have that hook to close the distance incredibly fast. Oh, wonderful block by the fire investigator's ball is going to be taking the hit for this cheerleader as she transitions back inside of this building, going and creating a lot of distance, a lot of walls in this area, so a very good place for the cheerleader to hide. Will be throwing down a trap in the middle of that building, XY making her rounds and rotating all the way around this building. We also see Go is once again getting ready to utilize his fire investigator's ball, and the hunter is able to use it to hook onto the ball and catch up to this cheerleader instead. Cheerleader has two pom-poms to work with, and the hunter is now going for Go instead, and was able to get another wonderful job blocking the hunter. Going back towards the middle. Can't make up his mind. It does look like he will be going for this fire investigator. It looks like he's lost track of this cheerleader. Is getting his hook ready, was not able to get the hook. Oh my goodness, wonderful patience on the side of this fire investigator. He's being very hesitant to make that vault. Oh, warp, but not able to utilize the warp, but that did trap the fire investigator from vaulting that little window rubble, so we'll be taking the fire investigator to the chair for the first time. The chair that is the closest. It does look like we have two survivors that are injured, so the only possible survivor that can come for the save is Zen, who is the patient. Will be cleaning up the fire investigator's balls around here. Still has one left over, but it does look like the patient is slowly making his way towards the chair. We see that the cheerleader does have wanted order. She's already been on the chair once. Potential, but Hunter won't be able to get to the cheerleader since he did utilize warp. Is just going to try and secure the down on this one survivor. It looks like the survivors are going to go for an after half rescue so that they can prime up all the cipher machines and then go for the save, because two survivors are injured and could be very dangerous to go for the save before half when they need to buy more time. And as we can see, 4 cipher machines have been completed. The last cipher machine at 63 and an additional cipher machine at 36%. Hunter has finally noticed the patient. Patient is going to be getting hooked here, and he's not going to be downing the survivor. He's going to utilize his hook to land up on right in front of the chair. Is able to get the save. 2 survivors body blocking for this what was this survivor? Go, who is the fire investigator, is able to hook near the survivor. Is being very patient here, is getting the hook and is not downing him immediately because this hunter knows that the cipher machines are primed. So he's going to be waiting for his next hook, and the fire investigator, oh my goodness, he didn't seem to put the... He was supposed to block the hunter on the outside, but it doesn't look like that was able to happen. The cipher machines have been popped. This is the end game. Go just needs to buy enough time for the exit gates to open, but the hunter has downed the survivor right away. He has detention, so it doesn't matter if the survivors are at full health, which they aren't, but even if they were, it wouldn't matter because the hunter does have detention. The exit gate is now opening up at 95%. The hunter is going to change the teleport to the exit gate. The exit gate's open. 11 makes it out of the exit gate. Will he be able to crawl out? We see that 11 is attempting to hook out, and he's able to get out of the exit gate. We have the cheerleader. She's going towards the dungeon. Oh my goodness, this is looking like a 3-round escape for the side of ATT survivors.
ここまでの時間で終わらせましたよね、ハンターが。
いや、そうですね。はい。
やりたい技師というところを
一人飛んでからが長いと。
はい。
ACT Hunter going against Wolf survivors. It will be Dream Witch on Chinatown. Looks like she's making her way inside of hotel. Will be running into 487, who is the psychologist. Will not be going towards that direction, going towards middle. We do see the mechanics bot has been placed here next to the big tree. Hunter is not going to be able to see that bot and will be going towards this corner here. Nobody's around this area. Looks like he's going towards Jelly, who is the mechanic who has safely got her bot out. Hunter will be leeching this mechanic, and she will be having to take this kite for the first time. The main body follower is closing in onto the survivor. We see the patrollers getting ready to latch onto Jelly, and will be able to successfully latch onto this survivor. She does have flywheel available in about 3 seconds, so she will be able to somehow utilize this. And unless she wants to take a hit with her leech follower, then she'll also be able to get rid of that. And the Hunter will have to re-leech, and she'll be on cooldown. So it looks like she was able to avoid the hit while throwing down that pallet. She already utilized flywheel. Will be taking the hit by her leech follower. Another patroller onto the mechanic, and the mechanic is out of options. She will be going down here for the first time. However, she does have that bot available and out inside the middle of the map, so she can still decode while she is on the chair. We have the Hunter has re-leeched this mechanic, and it looks like we have one cipher machine completed, the second cipher machine at 81, the third cipher machine at 62, and the fourth cipher machine at 6%. Hunter is going for this antiquarian, and the main body will be running into XMX, who's coming in for the save here. He does have a rocket to utilize. Oh, he wasn't able to stun this. Hunter will be taking the hit and will be making it to the chair just in time and able to get the save. But the down on Jelly right away, she was saved, but she was hit immediately. She will be going down, but she does have Tide Turner available, so she will be transitioning to a better area. The win conditions for Wolves survivors is they need to get a 3-man escape in order to win. If they get a 2-man escape, they will be going to overtime, and the Hunter will be cleaning up the bot here. And if they get anything less than 2-man escape, they will be losing. So if they at least get a 2-man escape, they will be able to get to overtime. We'll see how well the survivors play against this Dream Witch. 3 cipher machines have been completed. The bot doing a very good job decoding while the mechanic is on the chair. It looks like the antiquarian will be trying to go for the save. Was able to stun the follower. Is going to be taking a hit here, and will be getting the save before the mechanic expires. Is going to additionally support. Was able to get the patroller latch onto this mechanic. The Hunter is using her, I mean not the Hunter, the antiquarian is using her stick. Oh, we got a blink down as down the mechanic once again. We see a force heal by the bot, and the antiquarian trying to get rid of her leech. A lot of things happening here. Oh, wonderful stun on the side of the antiquarian, freeing the mechanic, but the Hunter was able to drop down the mechanic, so the mechanic hasn't gotten up. We got another blink hit and down on the antiquarian. A lot of support here happening on the side of the survivors. Could it possibly be a little dangerous? Yes, but the survivors really want to keep as many players still in the game because the cipher machines are almost primed. It seems like the 4th cipher machine will be completed very soon. We see the Hunter has got the hit onto the psychologist. She was able to get the save off onto the antiquarian, and they're just it looks like she'll get another hit onto the psychologist, but she does have a stress effect, allowing her to be back at half health after getting hit. It does look like the 4th cipher machine was completed. The 5th cipher machine at 79%. The survivors just need to buy enough time, but now that one survivor is eliminated, that means the Hunter can camp cipher machines. There's 3 cipher machines, there's 2 leeches, and another leech, 3 leeches now. She has leeched on to 487, and it looks like the antiquarian will be doing a lot of utilizing her stick to keep her leech away from her. Is gonna blink, antiquarian is gonna flywheel, but unable to avoid getting hit. She will be going down here once again. We see an additional cipher machine is being worked on at 21%. The Hunter is now going towards, let's see, it does look like the hunter is going towards the psychologist and the weeping clown. Psychologist is trying to get rid of her leech, but is unable to do so at the moment. The new cipher machine that's being worked on is at 42%, which is most likely the weeping clown's cipher machine. D-King is still on the ground. She just has gotten up, so she has utilized self-heal, and the hunter is doing a very good job keeping 487 extremely busy. The leech that was going after the GameKeeper is just sticking around and not chasing a survivor because that might be taking up too much time. It does look like the psychologist and the antiquarian are close to each other, but not going to be meeting up anytime soon. We have one leech left over here on the psychologist. The main body is staying at the middle. We did see the leech got the down onto the psychologist, so no leeches on this map. Hunter will be re-leeching the antiquarian. Hunter is guarding that 42% cipher machine. Main body staying in the middle, 79% cipher machine. The leech on D-King now is going to try and down this antiquarian for the second time. She does not have self-heal, so that will be very dangerous for the side of the survivors. Is able to blink it and down this antiquarian. This is only looking incredibly good for the side of this hunter. However, she has a little bit of a cooldown before she can leech this weeping clown. Weeping clown is just pushing this cipher machine. If he pops it, the survivors can all get up, so he is doing everything he can. He's going to stun the survivor. 97% is almost ready, but just not close enough. Is going to be blinking and downing this GameKeeper. The cipher machine is almost primed. The only survivor up and running is the psychologist. Is going to be picking up this weeping clown. Psychologist has popped the cipher machine. This is the endgame. Hunter has detention. We have a chaired weeping clown. We have a half-health antiquarian and a psychologist is up and running. Hunter is now on 487. The exit gates have not been touched. We have one leech on the antiquarian, another leech on the psychologist. It's going to be incredibly hard for the survivors to open up these exit gates because the hunter does have detention, playing a little bit of mind games here, but it's just a matter of time. She does still have one stick left, so she can stun this leech for one last time. Is not able to get the hit onto the antiquarian. Antiquarian doing a very good job staying back and forth. How is she still alive? Oh my goodness, she's buying so much time, but the hunter is not in a rush. Is able to stun this survivor. Stun this hunter leech, but is going to be going down. Now the hunter can concentrate and down this psychologist. So that's a 4-man elimination for the side of ACT Hunters. They will be winning this matchup. Congratulations.
おそらくはある今日この後いうところですね。そうございます。
おめでとうございます。
夢の魔女ですね。最後決定打になった。はい。
ありますよね。
あると思いますね。本日のこちらが A 組。
すごい今日。
そしてこちらが